so Muku Koloko will get the carries in the backfield.
Yeah, Trevor's going to work out for the BC Lions. We lost Adrian James to the BC Lions. They signed him, and he is going to camp with them. And Tony Hurd is working out for them as well. So we brought in a young man named Quay Cox this week who has a lot of experience in the indoor game with Tampa Bay Storm, and very impressed this week. He'll be our fourth DB, and he'll get some time tonight.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck here today.
Thank you.
That's head coach Adam Shackelford. We'll have more after this timeout on the pregame show here on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Sanders here to announce that KFC's new spicy, crispy Zinger chicken sandwich is now available in a $5 fill-up for a limited time. Why? Because who wants to spend $7 on a meal at a burger place when you could spend $5 on a hand-breaded Zinger chicken sandwich, wedges, a cookie, and a drink at KFC? I mean, we specialize in chicken. You need another reason? I didn't think so. Try the Zinger in a $5 fill-up at KFC today. KFC, it's finger-licking good. Limited time offer at participating KFCs. Tax extra.
When the Spokane Empire dance team was looking for a dry cleaner, they were out to find the best. They found Green Acres Cleaners. Green Acres Cleaners is a third-generation business, family-owned since 1951. They have 2 locations, one in Green Acres and one in Ponderosa. But they actually have locations everywhere, as they specialize in VIP delivery service. They'll pick up and deliver right to your home or office. All you have to do is call. Open 6 days a week, offering dry cleaning, alteration, shirt laundry service, and drapery and blind cleaning. Green Acres Cleaners is the only cleaner you'll ever need.
Victory isn't just about the score. It's about teamwork, friendships, and trying your best. At the YMCA, our sports programs help kids build character, develop skills, and have fun as they play their way to a healthier lifestyle. Rather than wins and losses, we learn, grow, and thrive. And when we play together and support each other, we become healthy, happy, and strong. Join YMCA Sports, where everyone plays and everyone wins. Visit ymcaspokane.org or call 777-YMCA.
Backed by popular demand, this season is Papa John's Score a Great Deal discount promotion. All season long, Papa John's will discount your entire order based on the Empire's final score up to 70% off. If the Empire's final score is in the 40s, you save 40% on your entire order. If the score is in the 50s, you save 50%. 60s, 60%, and 70 or more is 70% off. This season, cheer on the Empire and help them score big so you can save big. Use the coupon code EMPIRE1 at papajohns.com.
Now, more of the Spokane Empire pregame show.
All right, starting lineup time for you now here today. First off for the Empire. On offense, Charles Dowdell, the quarterback, the veteran, 6'1", 6 feet, 210 pounds, out of Saginaw Valley State. Running back, Muku Koloko. He is 5'11", 190-pounder out of Southern Illinois. The wide receiver, Sam Charles, veteran out of Edward Waters, 6'4", 220 pounds. Brian Prey, the all-time leading yardage receiver in the IFL with over 5,300 career yards. 5'7", 175 veteran out of Pittsburgh State in Kansas. And then Devon Brown, our pregame guest, the rookie, 5'9", 165 out of Lamar. Up front, over the ball at center, Darren Pinnock, 6'5", 345 out of Morgan State. Bill Vavau's on the right side. He is 6'4", 330 pounds, veteran out of Utah State. And the legendary Mania Smith is on the left side, 6'7", 375 pounds, out of Southern University. Defensively for the Empire, it'll be Andrew Jackson on one end, the 6'1", 245-pounder out of Western Kentucky University. The other end will be J.D. Griggs. He is 6'5", 270 pounds out of Akron. And in the middle, it's Big Harold Love at 6'3", 340 pounds. The linebackers, Nick Haig, 6'3", 240 pounds out of Assumption College. And Pasquale Vacchio, the team's leading tackler so far this season, 6'1", 230 pounds out of Buffalo State. In the secondary, it's Robert Brown, veteran out of Union College in Kentucky, 5'10", 175 pounds. John Hardy Tulio, he is 6 feet, 205 pounds out of Hawaii. And Tyree Robinson, 5'11", 200 pounds out of Western Kentucky. For Salt Lake City, coached by Matt Sock. Going at quarterback, Verlon Reed, 6'1", 200 pounds. The wide receivers are Jawan Dotson, 5'10", 190 out of East Central University. Devin Mahina, their leading receiver, he's big. He is 6'6", 265 pounds out of BYU. And Chris Robinson, 5'7", 170 out of Southern Utah. The running back is Rob Marshall, 6 feet 220 out of Utah State. And then up front, they will have Bradley Wilcox, 6'7", 315 out of BYU. Stephen Garola, 6'2", 290 out of Arizona. And Royce Roxas, 6'6", 340 out of Citrus College. Defensively, the venerable Keontae Williams at 35 years of age, 6'7", 260 pounds out of Southern Mississippi, goes at one end. In the middle, it's Michael Ward, 6'2", 340 out of Wesley College. And on the other end, it's Benjamin Compton, 6'4", 280 out of Northern Illinois. New man at the Mike linebacker spot, he is Jerome McElroy, 6 feet 230 out of Incarnate Word. And then the four-man secondary, Rashad Green, 6'1", 175 from West Alabama. James Calhoun, 5'11", 195, Riverside City College. Kelvin Lee, 5'10", 185 out of Utah State. And Ed Burns, 5'10", 180 pounds out of Elon University. And that's a look at your starting lineups for this ball game here today as Coach Adam Shackelford is introduced and makes his way out. Empire will be in their home orange jerseys with white pants and white helmets today. Salt Lake City will wear blue jerseys today with silver pants and silver helmets. All right, that's going to do it for our pregame show here this afternoon from Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. Football is coming up next. The Spokane Empire take on the Salt Lake City Screaming Eagles for the third time in 2017. It's Dollar Day here at Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, so if you're driving around, come on out, eat dollar hot dogs and dollar sodas throughout this ball game as the Empire take on the Screaming Eagles. Back with the opening kickoff after this timeout as you're listening to Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Are you ready to start enjoying the benefits of natural gas? For homeowners in Washington, a Vista's LEAP program will help you pay for the cost of making the switch to natural gas. And you don't have to be an Avista customer. Sturm Heating and Air Conditioning is here to make the transition to natural gas as seamless and as easy as possible. Contact Sturm today at 325-4505 or visit them online at sturmheating.com to schedule an appointment and heat your home more efficiently today.
Leap into savings with Sturm Heating.
Relaxing, carefree summer. Other seasons can't compare. Brighter days, warmer nights, seemingly endless summertime. Spokane Federal Credit Union wants to celebrate summer with you. Finance or refinance your vehicle loan at Spokane Federal Credit Union, and we'll give you up to 90 days of vacation from payments. Spend that time enjoying your summer any way you wish. Payment free. We can wait. To find out more, stop by. Apply online at SpokaneFederal.com or give us a call at 328-2900. Our rates are as low as 2.49% APR, and our loan process is as pleasant as you'll find anywhere. So enjoy your summer with one less thing on your mind. Spokane Federal Credit Union, next to the Flour Mill or at 1212 West Francis. APR may vary based on approved credit. Includes a 0.25% off for automatic payment, a 0.25% off for additional services. Refinance loans must be from a financial institution other than SFCU. Loans must be approved and dispersed by June 30th, 2017.
Looking to spruce up your spring and save up to 80% while doing so? The Spring Spruce Up Bid on Spokane online auction is up and running. Bid now on services from Al and Ed's Auto Sound, Blue Flame Heating and Cooling, a pellet grill and smoker or a fireplace wood stove from Home Environments, fencing from Idaho Fence, Smoke and Mike's, and more. Save up to 80% on these gifts and services by bidding now. The Spring Spruce Up online auction at bidonspokane.com.
On air and online, worldwide, 24/7. This is
700 ESPN and 105.3 FM. Be a part of the Empire. This is Spokane Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM. Now, with the call of Spokane Empire Football, here's Larry Weir.
Welcome back inside Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena here on this final day of April 2017 as we get set for football. It's indoor football league action here today as the Spokane Empire on top of the intense conference with a mark of 6-2 overall in the season. Get ready to play the Salt Lake City Screaming Eagles, who come in with a 6-game losing streak and an overall record this season of 1-7. It is Dollar Day here. $1 hot dogs, $1 sodas all game long. So if you're looking for something to do, tickets are cheap. come on out, watch a football game, and have a cheap dinner. Fill the kids up on hot dogs and pop. That'll be great on a Sunday night prior to school tomorrow, I'm sure, but it'll still be a lot of fun and a good football game here today. It's also Cure for Cat Day here. Cat Davis, with an aggressive, rare form of cancer. She had it beat once. She doesn't anymore. She is terminal at this point in time. She needs a lot of money to help fight this disease. She's going to be a guinea pig if she can get the money and try a new experimental treatment. And so it is Cure for Cat Day. You can go to cureforcat.com to get more information on that. As the captains meet in the center of the field, Charles Dowdell, Brian Prey, T.C. Robinson, Nick Haig for Spokane. For Salt Lake City, it's Ben Compton, James Calhoun, Verlon Reed, and Jawan Dotson as captains meeting in the center of the field. And let's get our referee all mic'd up here.
Call the toss. That's a tail, and that's a head. That's a head, and that's a tail. What's your call? He called heads. It is a head. What's your choice? Wants to defer. Salt Lake won the toss, and they will defer. You want the ball? Okay, which way do you want to kick? Okay, put your backs to your goal. Salt Lake will kick, Spokane will receive. Gentlemen.
There you have it. Steve Bartlett, once again our referee here today. Ron Schaefer is the umpire. Jeremy Rash, the head linesman. Line judge is Joel Murphy, and the back judge is Steve Felker. Our alternate tonight is Tyler Ziff. Salt Lake City wearing, I said they were wearing silver pants. That kind of is what it looked like, but they are blue pants, blue jerseys, blue pants, blue numerals as well, trimmed in white. And then they have red and white piping on the shoulders around the back of the jerseys and then down the sides of each leg. Matt Sock, the head coach at Salt Lake City, the former Spokane assistant, former player under Adam Shackelford in the AF 2 days, getting ready for his 6th game as head coach of the Screaming Eagles. They have a new kicker as well. We mentioned in the pregame show that Craig Peterson is signed in the CFL, so he's no longer in Spokane. They just signed a new guy today in Brendan Garcia. Well, Salt Lake City has a new guy as well, and he is Josh Wilson. Wilson out of West Liberty University. And he is on replacing Trent Andrus, who was released after hitting 4 out of 11 field goals in the first half of the season or thereabouts. Muku Koloko back deep to receive. Here's the kickoff end over end, and Koloko will take it 6 yards deep in the end zone. Up the right side at the 5, gets hit short of the 10 and drags Devin Mahina forward to the 10-yard line. Mahina, the 6'6", 265-pound receiver, is able to bring him down, and Koloko is able to get a couple of extra yards out of that. Rick gets it up to the 10-yard line, and that's where the umpire will have it. 1st and 10 at their own 10. With Charles Dowdell at quarterback, 1,244 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 interceptions in the first half of the season, plus another 313 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns. Ball in the center of the field. Brian Prey, the stationary receiver, on the right side. Charles in motion on the left, or on the right side, I should say, and Devin Brown will be in motion on the left side. Empty backfield out of the shotgun. They give it to Brown on a jet sweep running to the right side. He crosses the 10 and is brought down as he gets to the 12 or 13-yard line. Gain of about 3 yards on the play there. On the tackle is James Calhoun for Salt Lake City. So they run the jet sweep with Brown in motion from the left side. He cut across the face of the quarterback, Dowdell, and gains 3 on the run left to right. And now the ball on the outside right. 2nd and 7. Again, an empty backfield. 2 receivers to either side. Outside receivers are in motion. Dowdell looks left, throws on a curl left side, and it's caught. Brian Prey at the 24-yard line of Salt Lake City, and that's good for a 1st down. The legendary Prey, the all-time receiving yardage leader in IFL football, and he has 1 catch now from tying Clinton Solomon for 2nd in most receptions in IFL history. Prey picks up 13 and a 1st down there on that throw from Dowdell. 1st down and 10. Empire at the Screaming Eagle 24-yard line. Darren Tanaka over the ball at center, takes the snap, and here's a quick throw out to the left side. A catch by Devin Brown, tries to break a tackle, can't do it, and is brought down for a loss. He caught the ball at the 23 of Salt Lake City, but broke a tackle and tried to gain some yardage, and he ended up losing 3 as he went backwards. From the line of scrimmage, it's a 2-yard loss. And it's 2nd and 12 now for the Empire. Just a little quick screen out to Brown. Had he gone down immediately, he'd gain a yard or maybe even 2 on the play, but instead he did break the tackle and tried to belly back, going to his right, and he got hit for that 2-yard loss back at their own 24 now. Empty backfield, 1 receiver to the left, 3 to the right. Dowdell throws quickly on a slant. Prey got it, tackled immediately at the 20-yard line by James Calhoun. Just a quick slant from the outside receiver, Prey, at the numbers. He was outside the numbers on that quick slant, curling in at the numbers, made the catch. They give him down to the 19 of Salt Lake City. That's a 7-yard passing gain to Prey, and it's now 3rd and 5 for the Empire. They have converted 41% of their 3rd downs this season. Again, an empty backfield with 4 wide receivers. The outside receivers, Charles on the right, Prey on the left, are the motion men. Dowdell from the gun, looks to the right, throws through the hands of Charles, high and behind him with some zip on it, and the pass incomplete, so it's 4th down now for the Empire. And Coach Shackelford with a new kicker, not really sure, I think, exactly what Brendan Garcia is going to elect to go for it here on 4th and 5 at the Salt Lake City 19. In the scoreless game, we have played just over 3 minutes here in the first quarter. So Craig Peterson off to the CFL. Brendan Garcia in, and Coach Shackelford's going to give him a little easier kick for his first kick as an Empire player, in all likelihood. Empty backfield, 4 wide, 2 to either side. To throw, Dowdell lobs it into the end zone. Charles is open, but it's underthrown, tipped away, and incomplete. That was a touchdown if he had thrown it far enough for Charles, but it was well underthrown. And James Calhoun just batted it away, and a good play by Calhoun, because if he intercepts that, it's a touchback, and Salt Lake City would have it at their own 5. Instead, it's a turnover on downs, and the Screaming Eagles will take over at their own 19-yard line here. Scoreless ball game. We have 11:25 remaining to play here in the first quarter. So on comes Verlon Reed out of Ashland University in Ohio, but was at Ohio State as a wide receiver, and was a good wide receiver at Ohio State his first couple of years. Decided he wanted to be a quarterback, went to Ashland University, to a Division II school. Reed to throw on first down to the right boards. It's caught. Devin Mahina curls into the middle of the field, and the big man crosses the 25-yard line and is gang tackled by Vacchio and Robert Brown. Andrew Jackson as well as he gets to the Empire 24-yard line, and that's a pickup of 7 yards on first down. Devin Mahina, the biggest receiver in the IFL, 6'6", 265 pounds, out of BYU. 2nd down and 3. Screaming Eagles at the Empire 24 in this scoreless game. All 3 receivers go to the left side. Mahina and Dotson will be the motion men on the left. Pump fake, Reed, he'll run it, takes off to the left side, has a first down, dodges a man at the 20, and gets to the boards. J.D. Griggs went for the ball, but Reed able to hang on, and he goes out against the dasher boards, forced out by John Dominique Griggs as he gets to the 19-yard line to pick up a 5 and a first down for the Screaming Eagles in Empire territory with 10 minutes remaining here in the first quarter in a scoreless game in Spokane. Harold Love over the nose defensively for Spokane. Griggs and Jackson on the outside. Haig and Vacchio, the linebackers. Hardy Tuliao, T.C. Robinson, and Robert Brown, the secondary. Fake the toss sweep, though the screen back the other way to Dotson, and he is going to be overrun for a loss. John Hardy Tuliao right there as they fake the sweep to the right side, then threw the screen back to the receiver on the left. And Jawan Dotson never had a chance as John Hardy Tuliao made the tackle there. A loss of 4 back to the 23-yard line. 2nd and 14 now for the Screaming Eagles. 4th tackle for loss this year for Hardy Tuliao. 3 receivers on the right side, 1 man on the left. As Reed takes the shotgun snap, pressure coming from Haig, lobs it end zone. Dotson knocked away, incomplete. Robert Brown back there, and Dotson goes headlong into the boards where they curl in. The boards round in on the end zone from the goal line back to the middle. Rounded end zones here, not the square end zones. And we have a roughing the passer penalty on Spokane on Nick Haig. So Haig called for roughing the passer. And so we talked about the untimely penalties. It would have been 3rd and 14. Instead, 1st and 10 at the Spokane 12-yard line. The official did not say blow to the head, so Steve Bartlett, the referee, is the man that threw the flag. He feels that Haig could have stopped without hitting the quarterback there, as Haig was coming up the middle on the blitz. 1st and 10 from the 12. Reed on a quarterback draw. Cuts to the left, gets to the 10, breaks a tackle, and is finally wrestled out of bounds by Robert Brown down near the 5-yard line. Reed is not small. He is 6'1", 200 pounds. And he broke the tackle of Hardy Tuliao, who is a sure tackler. And he goes on to a 6-yard pickup on the play. 2nd and 4 now for the Screaming Eagles. That was a designed run. That was a quarterback delayed draw. Marshall now behind Reed in the backfield. Reed is under center. Steven Garola the center. Little option flip to the left side. Marshall trying to pick his way through the traffic is able to get to the 4-yard line. Harold Love grabbed him, and when Harold Love the third grabs you, you're not going much further. 6'3", 340 pounds out of Bethune-Cookman is Harold Love. Gain of 2 for Marshall on the run as they fake the jet sweep to the receiver cutting through behind Reed, and they just kind of did an option pitch, kind of a counter as well, because all the action was going right, and then the pitch went left. So a 2-yard pickup there. 3rd and 2 for the Screaming Eagles at the Empire 4. Down to 7:05 remaining to play first quarter, scoreless game. Reed out of the gun, wants to take a timeout here. And we're going to take a timeout. No flags are down. Now, did they get the timeout before the delay? It was a timeout. All right, so we're going to take a break here. 6:59 remaining first quarter. It's a scoreless game. Back after this. This is Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Murphy's Law says trying new things can be difficult. Wow. But Papa Murphy's Law says when everything is scratch-made, fresh grated, and just chopped, trying new things can be delicious. Tonight, home bake a large Taco Grande pizza, topped with unique taco ingredients like salsa, refried beans, and seasoned beef or chicken. Just $11. Papa Murphy's.
So no timeout according to the officials, and instead it is a penalty, a delay of game penalty on Salt Lake City. So the ball walked back to the 9-yard line, and it's now 3rd and 7 for the Screaming Eagles from the 9, and they bring on a new player, Delrick Ellington. He is 6'5", 225 pounds. He and Mahina both out there together as they have 4 receivers on the field, no running back. Reed to throw, looking right, throwing now to the left side, incomplete, looking for Mahina, and Nick Haig had him in coverage, and there was no way that pass was going to get complete as Haig was all over him there. And so an incomplete pass from Verlon Reed to Devin Mahina, and now the field goal unit comes on for Salt Lake City. First game for their kicker, Josh Wilson, and his first kick is going to be a 24-yarder. Remember, 8-yard end zones in the IFL. The ball will be spotted at the 16-yard line in the center of the field. The holder, Rashad Green. Snap back, ball spotted. Wilson's kick is no good to the right side. He missed it wide right. We'll take a timeout. 6:14 remaining first quarter. Still, Empire nothing, Salt Lake City nothing. Back after this timeout. You're listening to Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Spokane Cryo and Health is the newest member of the Spokane Empire sports medicine team. Cryotherapy is a key element in the player's recovery. More effective than an ice bath, cryotherapy treatments expose the body to very low temperatures, negative 200 degrees, for 1 to 3 minutes. It is the fastest way to unlock your body's ultimate anti-inflammatory response. Cryotherapy is effective for not only athletes, but to treat arthritis, back pain, and can boost energy levels. Learn more at SpokaneCryo.com. That's SpokaneCryo.com.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Sanders here to announce that KFC's new spicy, crispy Zinger chicken sandwich is now available in a $5 fill-up for a limited time. Why? Because who wants to spend $7 on a meal at a burger place when you could spend $5 on a hand-breaded Zinger chicken sandwich, wages, a cookie, and a drink at KFC? I mean, we specialize in chicken. You need another reason? I didn't think so. Try the Zinger in a $5 fill-up at KFC today. KFC, it's finger-licking good. Limited time offer at participating KFCs. Tax extra.
Well, we have a decent crowd in the end zones tonight, but not such a great crowd in the middle of the field. Kind of odd, but at any rate, next home game for the Empire will be on Friday, May 12th. It's ladies' night, drink specials for ladies all night long. The first 1,000 girls to the game will get free flowers thanks to Spokane Organics. And the old AFL rivals, the Arizona Rattlers, will be in town for the first time as a member of the IFL. The Empire with a thrilling 60-51 win in the desert last week. So come on out. Welcome Arizona back to town for the first time in the IFL. That's Friday, May 12th. You can call Tickets West or go to ticketswest.com for more ticket information. Contact the Empire, 242-7462, or go to SpokaneEmpire.com for more information. So the Empire have the ball at their own 5-yard line. First down and 10 after the missed field goal. Dowdell out of the shotgun. Muku Koloko to his right in the backfield. Low snap. Quick throw right side. Caught Devin Brown. And he goes out against the dasher boards at the 13-yard line. Pushed out over on the other side of the field by Kelvin Lee and James Calhoun. And so a gain of 8 to Devin Brown. And it'll be 2nd and 2 now for the Empire at their own 13-yard line in this scoreless ball game. Prey will be in motion, outside receiver on the left. Brown up the right side boards. Handoff, Koloko up the middle he goes, and he will have a first down as he spins over the 15-yard line and is taken down at the 16 by Benjamin Compton. 6'4", 280 out of Northern Illinois. Gain of 3 for Muku Koloko and a first down.
Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low-cost airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help.
800-648-9175. 800-648-9175. 800-648-9175. 800-648-9175.
Patchen and Lukens, weekdays at 3.
Mel Kiper, you may like him or not, but he's been doing this a lot longer than anybody else has. Ranked his top players at each position. Cooper Kupp is the 9th rated wide receiver by Mel Kiper Jr.
Saw that.
Gabe Marks is 52nd. Mel Kiper Jr. does not think a lot of Gabe Marks. River Craycraft is 55th.
Patchen and Lukens, weekdays at 3 on 700 ESPN 105.3 FM.
Well, we've had to switch to a cell phone connection because our regular unit has gone down, and so I'll recap things as we can. Here's a throw over the middle, and the pass incomplete off the hands of Devin Brown. As while you were gone there, the umpire had at the 16-yard line. They had a gain, but were called for a holding penalty, and then they got called for a false start. And so the umpire with the ball back at their own 11-yard line now, and they have it 3rd and 15 at their own 11 here. So we apologize, but our broadcast equipment has gone south and is not booting up. And so we're having to resort to the old cell phone connection, and we have no backup here with us. Back to throw Dowdell to the left side boards, incomplete. Led Sam Charles too far. Would have been very close to a first down had that pass been able to connect there. And so the pass incomplete. It's 4th down, and so now the field goal unit will come on. So on comes the field goal unit as we're going to see our first kick from Brandon Garcia, who played at Idaho State, 4-year starter at kicker, 41 career field goals. And so I said they might want to try to get him an easier kick. This is 54 yards, so I don't know about the easier kick business. Back deep to receive this is James Calhoun. Here's the snap back. The ball is spotted the boot, end over end. This is going to be short. Calhoun from 6 yards deep in the end zone. Straight up the middle of the 5, cuts to his left hand, 15, gets by Egg, 20, cuts back to his right, 25-20, down to the 15, cuts back inside the 10, and he drags tacklers down to the 5-yard line where he is finally stopped by Pasquale Vacchio. So the missed field goal and the return all the way down to the 5 or 6 yard line. And that's where Salt Lake City will have it. First down and 10 yards to go. So the missed field goal, the 54-yarder. Now we do have a hold on the return, so that's going to cost them some yards. That's going to cost them a lot of yards. Holy moly. Instead of having the ball at the Spokane 5, Salt Lake is going to take over at their own 5-yard line. That is a 40-yard penalty. And so it'll be Salt Lake City's ball, first down and 10 at their own 5-yard line. And I'm wondering here, I thought maybe this was a press box problem, but my mixer is still on, but the video guy has lost his feed here. He can't get anything done. See whether this will get us back on the air. All right, Spokane Empire Coaches Show will come up Tuesday night at the Swinging Doors in North Spokane as we talk to Coach Shack and break down tonight's game. All season long, the Swinging Doors will be hosting the live coaches shows Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. And now, thanks to Bud Light, the coaches show is even better. Every time fans come to the Swinging Doors for a coaches show or a watch party, you get a chance to win a 2-person set of Bud Light Stadium seats. Those seats will be given away at the end of the season. 32-ounce Bud Lights will be on sale for $6.50 during the coaches show and away game watch parties as well. And the next watch party will be next Saturday, May 6th. Spokane, Sioux Falls. Rematch of the 2016 United Bowl. We'll be on the air at 4:30 with the kickoff at 5:05 on Saturday from the Denny Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So first down, 10 yards to go for Salt Lake City, but instead of the ball at the Spokane 5-yard line, they have the ball at their own 5-yard line following the holding penalty, which essentially cost them 40 yards of field position. And so Salt Lake City will have the ball for the second time in this game with 2:07 remaining to play in the first quarter in a scoreless game so far here in this one. So first down and 10, Salt Lake City. They have it at their own 5. Berlin Reed to throw from the end zone, throws low and behind Devin Mahina. Pass incomplete. Coverage by Robert Brown. And it'll be second down and 10 now for Salt Lake City. Mahina going across the middle there. And Robert Brown there on the coverage for Spokane. So the pass incomplete. Second down and 10 now from the 5-yard line. The B receivers go to the right side. Toss sweep to the right. Marshall gets to the corner, but can't get back to the line of scrimmage. Great job. John Hardy, Tuliao, Pasquale Bacchio, T.C. Robinson, all there to hem him in on the corner. The officials say Marshall gets back to the 4-yard line. That's a loss of a yard on the play, and it's now 3rd and 11. Bacchio will leave the field as they bring in the 4th defensive back as Quay Cox comes into the game, seeing his first action. 5'11", 215 pounds, out of Jackson State. Played last year in the AFL for Arizona and Tampa Bay. 3rd and 11 at their own 4. Reed from the end zone. Haig coming on the blitz. Here's the throw to the right boards. The ball caught by the diminutive Robinson. Chris Robinson listed at 5'7", and he is brought down by T.C. Robinson at the 11-yard line. That's a gain of 7 on the play. And it'll be 4th down for Salt Lake City. 4th down and 4 for Salt Lake. We're inside of 30 seconds remaining to play, and they're going for it at their own 11-yard line here. 3 receivers go to the left side, 1 man wide to the right. Reed starts the motion, takes the snap, looks to the left side, throws, batted down at the line of scrimmage, Andrew Jackson. Jackson with the pass defense at the line of scrimmage. Just like he did last week at Arizona, he rises up, bats the pass down, and causes the turnover on downs. And so the umpire gets the ball back, and they will get it in Salt Lake City territory at the 11-yard line. 1st down and 10. And we have come to the end of the first quarter of play. Our score is Spokane 0, Salt Lake City 0. Back with the second quarter after this timeout. You're listening to Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
The most comprehensive orthopedic provider in the region is right here in Spokane. Northwest Orthopedic Specialists boast an extensive array of services, including on-site MRI, digital X-ray, and a state-of-the-art orthopedic surgery center. To schedule an appointment, call 888-660-2663. That's 888-660-2663. Northwest Orthopedic Specialists, delivering excellence.
Right now, at amazingly affordable Aaron's, just $10 gets you started leasing to own anything in the store. TVs, laptops, washers and dryers, bedroom sets, living room sets, refrigerators and smartphones. Just $10 down gets you started, and there's no credit needed. This offer is in-store only, so stop by a participating Aaron's store today. Like the sound of just $10 down? Then stop by amazingly affordable Aaron's. Offer ends Tuesday, March 31st. 3 locations in Spokane, the Y, Argonne Village, and on Sprague and Freya.
A tradition in sports is that long, hard bus trip. But you can get a comfortable, dependable trip by calling Alpha Omega Tours and Charters. They're leading the way in charter service, offering deluxe ground transportation that is relaxed, comfortable, and reliable. In fact, they're the official charter service of the Spokane Empire. For scenic tours to airport transfers, corporate travel to party groups. Find out more online at alphaomegatoursandcharters.com or 509-299-5595. Any group, any place, any time, you can rely on Alpha Omega.
All right, welcome back, Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. We apologize, but we're having equipment issues here this evening, so we're doing this game on a cell phone, and it's 1st and 10 for Spokane at the 11-yard line of Salt Lake. Dowdell out of the shotgun, hands it to Coloco. Off the left side he goes, crosses the 10, and Muku will be stopped at about the 8-yard line after a gain of around 3 yards. Good job by the Salt Lake City defense as their Mike linebacker, Jerome McElroy, was over there on the stop, along with Rashad Green. Gain of 3 for Coloco on his second carry of the game. And it's 2nd and 7 now for the Empire. They are in the KFC red zone at the Salt Lake City 8. All 3 receivers go to the right side. Dowdell out of the shotgun has Coloco on his left. Quick throw, right side boards. Brian Prey gets a block from Brown, cuts back to the 5, and is knocked out against the dasher boards as he gets down to about the 4-yard line. Brought down on the play by Ed Burns. The officials will put him at the 5, so only a 3-yard passing gain that time to Brian Prey, already his 3rd catch of the game, leading receiver for the Empire this season. And it's now 3rd and 4, Empire at the Screaming Eagle 5-yard line. Scoreless game. We're in early quarter number 2. 3 receivers go to the left side. Coloco in the backfield with Dowdell. Out of the shotgun, takes the chin-high snap. Looks to the left, nobody open. Now runs to the right, fires back of the end zone, nearly picked off. The Jack linebacker, James Calhoun, knocking that pass down, and he nearly intercepted that one, so it's 4th down and 4, and the Empire will try a field goal here, it looks like. So on comes Brendan Garcia in his first game as a member of the Empire. He missed a 54-yarder earlier, and he'll try to put Spokane on the board here and get the first score of this ball game. This will be a 20-yard attempt. Ball spotted at the 12, plus the 8 yards in the end zone. Snap back is good. Ball spotted by Dowdell, and the kick is right down the middle. Brendan Garcia converts his first field goal as a member of the Spokane Empire. We'll take a timeout. 12:54 remaining second quarter. It's Spokane 3, Salt Lake City nothing. Back after this timeout as you're listening to Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Hi, I'm Mike McVeigh from McVeigh Brothers Siding and Windows. And over the past 60 years, I believe our competitive edge has been selling the best brands made today, like Pella Windows, the Coeur d'Alene Window Company, James Hardy Fiber Cement, and Edco Steel Siding at the most aggressive prices in the market today. So if you're looking for the winning team to improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home, call McVeigh Brothers Siding and Windows today.
McVeigh Brothers Siding and Windows, we're working for you.
Are you ready to start enjoying the benefits of natural gas? For homeowners in Washington, Avista's LEAP program will help you pay for the cost of making the switch to natural gas. And you don't have to be an Avista customer. Sturm Heating and Air Conditioning is here to make the transition to natural gas as seamless and as easy as possible. Contact Sturm today at 325-4505 or visit them online at sturmheating.com to schedule an appointment and heat your home more efficiently today.
Leap in that savings with Sturm Heating.
When it comes to saving money, don't act like a baby.
Goo goo gaga.
Be the boss and make a budget.
I'm the boss, baby.
You're the boss of me.
I am the boss of you.
Are not.
M2.
Are not.
M2.
Ugh!
2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2.
Need a little help?
Aren't you going to do any work?
I'm very busy delegating.
Create a personalized savings plan
We can share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
and get other tools and tips at feedthepig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
So the Empire score first in this ball game early here in the second quarter. They have a 3-0 lead, and Brendan Garcia will kick off. A line drive downfield, back and going back to 6 yards deep in the end zone, and grabbing it is the return man. That's Chris Robinson. He squirts free over midfield, down inside the 20 to the 15, and is finally spilled by Nick Hague. And Quay Cox down at the 14-yard line. So Chris Robinson, he is listed at 5'7", 170 pounds. I'm not sure, but he is quick as a hiccup, and he returns that kickoff all the way down to the 14-yard line of Spokane. And so that's where the Screaming Eagles will have it. First down and 10 at the Spokane 14-yard line. O.J. Mao is in. He'll play one end. Nick Hague will play the other end here. Harold Love is in the middle. And Andrew Jackson is now playing the Mike linebacker spot. Running back Marshall to the left of Furlon Reed, who takes the snap, wants to throw. No. Quarterback draw. Runs to the right side, has a lead blocker, gets down to the 10-yard line, and is upended there by T.C. Robinson. Gained down to the 10-yard line. Furlon Reed taken down. He had a good lead block from 340-pound Royce Roxas. And he was able to gain 6 yards on that rushing play. It's 2nd and 4 now at the Empire 10. Ball outside the right hash mark. All 4 receivers will go to the left side here. And Reed will throw. Steps up, now runs out to the left side, is hit, gets away, runs back to the right side, being pursued, lobs it into the end zone. He's got a touchdown. Harold Love had a sack, and getting away was Furlon Reed, and he found Jawan Dotson in the right corner of the end zone for the score, and the Screaming Eagles have taken a lead. 10-yard passing touchdown from Furlon Reed to Jawan Dotson, and for Dotson, it's his 4th receiving touchdown of the year. And Reed, he's a strong guy, and he was able to escape Harold Love. And here's the point after try by Larson. It's up and it's good. And so Salt Lake City has taken a 7-3 lead here, trying to snap a long losing streak. 10:57 remains to play here in the first half. We'll be back after this timeout. Screaming Eagles 7, Empire 3. This is Spokane Empire football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
What's not to love about a classic A&W root beer float? And now, for a limited time, get any size float for just $2. Made fresh root beer, creamy vanilla soft serve, only $2 at your local A&W.
Get one now for yourself, your best friend, or the coworker in the cubicle next to you. A&W root beer floats bring joy, and for just $2, you can pick one up today. Just stop by either of our Spokane area A&W locations. No coupon necessary. Hurry in.
At participating restaurants, prices may vary, tax extra.
Spokane Sport and Spine is the new South Hill clinic for Dr. Ryan Johnson, focusing on musculoskeletal injuries as well as specializing in sports performance. As a former college football player, he prides himself in over 7 years of continuous work with area athletes, as well as team chiropractor for the Spokane Empire. Spokane Sport and Spine is passionate about improving your health and performance. Dr. Johnson is certified by the Titleist Performance Institute for golf swing assessment. Call today at 509-868-0458. That's 868-0458. Hashtag GoSeeSP3.
Empire fans, I have a reputation of being a hard-nosed football coach. But when it comes to helping kids, I'm softer than a Monday morning quarterback. For every Empire touchdown scored in the Spokane Arena this season, STCU will donate $100 to Children's Miracle Network to help the kids at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital. Join the team by cheering on the Empire and giving to Children's Miracle Network by clicking on the Credit Union for Kids logo at SpokaneEmpire.com.
Welcome back. We apologize. Cell phone connection here instead of our normal connection. And so the audio probably not as clear. but it is beyond our control. So Salt Lake City gets the score after Robinson with a beautiful kickoff return. Verlon Reed, his 31st passing touchdown, a 10-yarder to Jawan Dotson. And the Screaming Eagles have a 7-3 lead in this ball game. Ready to kick it off is Josh Wilson, and he boots it into the crowd. And not just a couple of rows into the crowd, he booted it about 15 rows into the crowd. And so the ball will come out to the 20-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Spokane from there. So the out-of-bounds kick. And Spokane takes over at their 20-yard line here, 1st down and 10. Looking to get this offense going. They were going against Arizona last week, but their last home game against Colorado, they sputtered early on as well. And now Darren Pinnock saying something to Charles Dowdell. Still have 12 seconds on the play clock here. Pinnock, the center, is now over the ball. Dowdell out of the shotgun. Coloco to his right. They hand it to Muku. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage, struggles forward, gets to the 21, still on his feet. They never do tackle him. Now finally do, well after the whistle. And so Muku Coloco goes to the 21-yard line for a 1-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 9 now for the Empire. The Salt Lake defense, pretty good against the pass this year. They only allow 121.4 yards a game. They allow almost as many yards as that on the ground. But Spokane so far just 10 yards on the ground in this ball game. Empty backfield, 2 wide receivers to either side. Quick throw to the right side boards, and that is high and behind Brian Prey. And Dowdell not sharp here early on in this one, as he has been incomplete on 6 out of his last 8 passes. And it's 3rd and 9 now for the Empire at their own 21-yard line. And Prey was open. That was just a bad throw from Dowdell. Would have been a short gain, but it still would have been a gain. So 3rd and 9. All 3 receivers split to the right side. Charles will be the stationary receiver. He'll be in the middle. Prey will be in motion up the boards. Brown on the inside. Dowdell to throw. Fires over the middle. Knocked down, incomplete. Looking for Prey. Good defensive play by Rashad Green in the zone. Got in across the middle, reading the eyes of the quarterback. Incomplete pass. 4th down and 9 now for the Empire. And they're going to go for it. Trailing 7-3 with 9:10 remaining to play here in the first half, and the clock is running. So 4th and 9 for the Empire. They've been pretty good this year on 4th down, coming into this game at 62% conversion rate on 4th down. This is 4th and 9 at their own 21. Charles and Coloco go to the left side. Prey and Brown go to the right. They'll be the motion men. Down to 2 on the play clock. They get the snap off. Dowdell throws to the boards behind Brown, but he comes back and makes the catch. And a nice job by the guy in the crowd to allow Devin Brown to come back and make that catch down at the 16-yard line, and that's good for a 1st down. A lot of fans would go for the ball in that situation because the ball was in the crowd by the time Brown came back to it. But everybody stayed out of the way. 13 yards to Devin Brown, and a 1st down now for the Empire in Screaming Eagle territory at the 16. Empty backfield, looping motion by Coloco to the right side. He takes the handoff now. Trots inside the 15-yard line and gets down to the 10. So Coloco in looping motion from the left side back around to the right of the quarterback, and he takes the handoff from Dowdell and tracks across the 15 and gets down to the 10 for a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 now for the Empire. Ball on the left hash at the 10-yard line of Salt Lake City. Dowdell will operate under center. Coloco behind him in the backfield. 2 receivers go right, 1 to the left. And they do the jet sweep. Here's Devin Brown to the right side. He is cut down right at the line of scrimmage. Good defensive play by James Calhoun to bring him down right at the 10-yard line as they run the jet sweep to Brown. And there was nothing open there, running left to right. So now it's 3rd down and 4, and we have timeout for an injured player. As slow in getting up is Ciala Hauchow. He is 6'1", 345 pounds, out of Oregon State. As the athletic trainers come out, the end of the game will be Biliseni Falanuku. He'll come into the ball game here is on one knee. Is Hauchow here as the trainers are looking at him. We have a 3rd and 4 situation for the Empire with a ball at the Salt Lake City 10-yard line. Empire back in the KFC red zone once again. Well, the Empire have not scored a touchdown yet in this ball game, but when they do, Spokane Teachers Credit Union will donate $100, a touchdown for kids, all season long during every home game. When the Empire score a touchdown, STCU will donate $100 to the Children's Miracle Network. You can donate too. Click on the Credit Union for Kids logo on the homepage at SpokaneEmpire.com. You can donate $1, $2, $5, whatever you want per touchdown as well this season. Hauchow comes off under his own power, walking off the field with the athletic trainers walking near, but not helping him off at all. And so Falanuku into the ball game now at nose guard. The Empire down to 13 on the play clock, and what do we have here from Spokane? Will take a timeout. And Adam Shackelford is not happy, and I'm not sure whether they started the play clock early. Hauchow had not gotten off the field yet, and they were down to 13 on the play clock. So I think that's what Coach Shackelford's upset about. They started the play clock before the player got off the field. This has been an inconsistent officiating crew here in Spokane of Bartlett, Schaefer, Rash, Murphy, and Felker. They have their good moments and their bad moments, which can probably be said about all of us. So 3rd and 4 now for the Empire. We have 7:04 remaining to play here in the first half. It's Salt Lake City 7 and Spokane 3. Koloko will be in the backfield, aligned to the right side of Charles Dowdell. The 3 receivers will all be on the left side. Charles stationary, Brown and Prey in high motion. Dowdell takes the snap, looks left, now looks back of the end zone, throws for Prey, who drops it. The veteran can't believe it. Brian Prey had himself a touchdown and just dropped it in the back of the end zone. Well thrown ball by Dowdell. But Prey could not hang on, but we have an illegal defense call on Salt Lake City. So the Empire will get a first down anyway. The illegal defense will take it half the distance to the goal, and the Empire will have it 1st and goal now for the 5. Brian Prey very upset with himself. Luco Koloko comes over, pats him on the back. Prey just shaking his head in the huddle. Still can't believe it. Hands on hips in disgust. 1st and goal in the KFC red zone at the 5. Dowdell under center. Koloko behind him in the backfield. 2 receivers go left, 1 to the right. Jet motion sweep. And Dowdell almost falls down, does, and goes down at the 14-yard line. They had the jet sweep motion going there, and I don't know whether Dowdell tripped over Devin Brown. I think he did, as the ball was snapped before Brown got past, or actually was when Brown was right behind. You want that ball snapped so you can still give it to the man on the jet sweep. But Dowdell tripped, fell down, loss of 9, back to the 14-yard line. 2nd and goal now from the 14 for Spokane. Clock running, 6:20 remaining to play first half. Salt Lake City 7, Spokane 3. Trips to the left side. Koloko stationary on the right. Dowdell takes the shotgun snap, throws it out to the left boards. Caught Brian Prey down the boards, 10 to the 5, and is knocked out against the dasher boards around the 5-yard line. They may give it to the 4. We'll see. They get down to the 5, so a gain of 9. So the 9 they lost on the trip of the quarterback, Dowdell, is gained back, and so now it's 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. Bray contacted into the boards by Rashad Green. Sam Charles splits left. 2 receivers go to the right. And Charles now will loop in motion over to the right side. Back to throw is Dowdell. Steps up, fires back of the end zone. This one is caught. Touchdown, Empire. Brian Bray. Almost the exact spot where he dropped the previous pass during this drive in front of the Spokane Sport and Spine sign in the back of the end zone. But Brian Bray hauls that one in. His 5th catch already of this ball game. For Brian Bray is the 11th receiving touchdown of the season, and the Empire retakes the lead at the 5-minute mark remaining in the first half. It's 9-7. So Dowdell, the 5-yard throw to Bray. Now for the point after try, Brendan Garcia. Out of the hole to Dowdell, Vacchio snaps. Snap spotted, here's the kick, and this is missed to the right side. So Garcia missed that one, and the Empire still lead, but the lead is now 9-7 with 4:35 remaining to play here in the first half of action. So there is a touchdown for Kids. STCU donates $100 for that. This season, all post-game parties will be held at one of the 2 Spokane area Buffalo Wild Wings restaurants. The Northtown Mall Buffalo Wild Wings will host the post-game party tonight. Even if you're listening to this game at home or if you're driving, doing errands, whatever, you can still come celebrate with the team after the game. We'll be at the north side, Buffalo Wild Wings, and once again, all ages are welcome this year. So the Empire retakes the lead at 9-7. You start to get into the possession game now at 4:35 remaining. Still might be a little early for an onside kick. We'll see what Coach Shackelford has in mind. Plus, you have a new kicker who just got onto the scene today, so he hasn't had a whole lot of time to practice these types of things. And if you're Salt Lake City, you want to try to take all the time that's remaining here in the first half if you can, because you get the ball to start the second half as well. Low line drive, hits short of the 5, bounces back into the end zone, and it's fielded there. Outside over the 10 to the 15, and getting spilled at about the 20-yard line is Chris Robinson again. And Chris Robinson with a good return up to the 20-yard line, and that's where Salt Lake City will take over. First down and 10. For their 4th possession of this ball game, they got their first touchdown in their last possession of this one. Empire defense now will have O.J. Mao in the middle with Jackson and Griggs on the outside up front. As Coach Shackelford and Coach Liverpool, Marquise Liverpool, the defensive coordinator, rotate players through that defensive line and at the Mike linebacker spot. Berlon Reed, the quarterback, the running back Marshall, aligned to his right in the backfield. All 3 receivers go to the right side. And Reed will throw it on first down. Pressure up the middle from Mao. He runs to the left, throws back to the right across the field, and it's caught. Getting down inside the 20 and getting a first down at Jawan Dotson. Give him all the way down to the 15. That's a 15-yard pickup and a first down. A dangerous pass from Berlon Reed, but he got away with it. As he got away from pressure, rolled to the left, and then threw back from the left side numbers all the way across the field to the right side boards. But he was able to get it out to Jawan Dotson, who was able to negotiate the boards for a few more yards, and it ends up being a 15-yard pickup. First down and 10, Screaming Eagles at the Spokane 15-yard line. Marshall with jet sweep motion, they hand it to him off the left side, breaks one tackle and then falls down. He tripped over the hash marks. He tried to spin away, and he goes down at the 12-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play for Rob Marshall, and it'll be second down and 7 now for Salt Lake City at the Empire 12. Clock running, nearing 3 minutes remaining to play here in the first half. Spokane with a 9-7 lead. Reed gets the play from head coach Matt Sock, brings it into the huddle. Gets it to the rest of the team and now breaks the huddle. Robinson is in the running backfield here. 3 receivers go to the right side. They X the motion. Take the toss sweep to Robinson. Throw it back. Devin Mahina trying to make a one-handed catch. Can't do it. Front left corner of the end zone. A lot of misdirection there, but the pass incomplete. And it'll be 3rd down and 7 yards to go. They kind of faked things going to the right side there and then waited for Mahina, one of the motion men, from the right side to run the corner route across the field. And Mahina could not haul it in. So 3rd and 7 now, Salt Lake City. All 4 receivers go right. Ball outside the left hash mark. Reed takes the thigh-high snap, pressured out, running to the left, throws for the end zone, knocked away, incomplete. And a flag is down. J.D. Griggs chasing Reed. Let's see what the penalty's about. With our equipment out, we don't have the referee mic'd up. It's a hold on Salt Lake City. Spokane could decline the penalty and bring up 4th and 7 from the 12, or they accept it, and it's 3rd and 17 from the 22. And I believe Spokane is accepting the penalty. Matt Sock wants to know from Steve Bartlett, the official, what's going on. And so the ball walked back to the 22-yard line by our umpire, Ron Schaefer. And so it's 3rd and 17 now for the Screaming Eagles. 2:06 remaining to play here, first half. And the clock will start now that it's been marked for play. 3rd and 17, Salt Lake City at the Spokane 22-yard line. Ball outside the left hash. All 3 receivers, the big guys, Mahina and Ellingson, along with Dotson, all go to the right side. Reed takes the shotgun snap, has time, throws right side. This is a leaping try, incomplete, looking for Ellingson, front right corner of the end zone. Clay Cox back there defending. Incomplete pass, 4th and 17 now. And on comes the field goal unit to try to give Salt Lake City the lead. And they'll be able to take this down to the 1-minute warning. And so on comes the kicker, Josh Wilson. And this will be a 37-yard attempt. And now time called as Matt Sock has not yet left the field. He's complaining about something. And so the officials are shooing him off. And so now we'll get the field goal try. I doubt they snap this before the 1-minute warning. They don't have to. And they're not going to. We'll take a timeout for the 1-minute warning. It's Spokane 9, Salt Lake City 7. Back after this timeout, this is Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Hey, diabetics. Yeah, you. Got a spare hour to waste going to the pharmacy to get your insulin or other meds and supplies every month? I didn't think so. Me either. I've got life going on, which is why I use PillPack. PillPack is an amazing online pharmacy. They package up all my diabetic meds and testing supplies into daily doses and send it to me every month, automatically. All I do is pay my normal copay. PillPack does the rest. I'm serious. This is a free service. They don't even charge for shipping. PillPack handles all the medical insurance stuff and even get with my doctors for my other prescriptions so I don't have to, which is good because that's the stuff I forget. But PillPack remembers everything. They even package up my daily vitamins so I remember to take them too. If you're diabetic, your meds and supplies are life and death, which means you need PillPack. Call right now for this free service. You may even qualify for $25 in free vitamins. 800-590-5529. That's 800-590-5529. Again, 800-590-5529.
Patchen and Lukens, weekdays at 3.
We got nothing what we were promised.
You were promised something by weather people and you believed it.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Dennis, that's on you.
Yes.
Because how long have you worked near people who do weather all the time?
I was promised a Saturday of sunshine and I didn't get it.
That's on you.
Patchen and Lukens, weekdays at 3 on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Welcome back. It's our Cure for Cat Day here at Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. Go to cureforcat.com. CUREFORCAT. Cure for Cat to get more information on how you can help Cat Davis in her fight against a very rare and aggressive form of cancer. So ready to go now with this field goal try. As ready for this will be Josh Wilson. He missed earlier in this ball game from 24 yards rather. And this will be a 37-yard attempt. And now we have a sideline infraction on Salt Lake City. So the next time they get that, that's because Coach Sock did not want to leave the field. Next time they get one of those, it will be a penalty. So here comes the kick. This is a 37-yard attempt. Snap back is good. Ball is spotted. And the boot is right down the middle. It is good for Josh Wilson. So Wilson missed from 24, but he hits from 37. And so now Salt Lake City retakes the lead at 10-9. But Spokane will get the ball in all likelihood with the last possession of the first half of play. Well, we'll see. I mean, they could easily score and leave Salt Lake with plenty of time to score. We'll see. But what Spokane will hope, let's say this, what Spokane hopes is the last possession of the first half, and I'd like to get a score, take a lead in this ball game. Next home game, Friday, May 12th. It's ladies' night. Drink specials for ladies all night long. The first 1,000 girls to the game will get free flowers thanks to Spokane Organics. And the opponent, none other than the Arizona Rattlers, the old AFL foes. Both teams now in the IFL. It'll be their first game in Spokane in the IFL. What a game last week down in the desert. Spokane winning 60-51 over the Rattlers. Coach Kevin Guy brings his team back to town. Nick Davila back as the offensive coach now for the Rattlers, not on the field. Of course, the former Spokane quarterback. So the Rats come to town Friday, May 12th. Get your tickets in advance. Ticketswest.com. Here's the boot downfield, another duck hook, and this is going to go off the side boards. Picked up by Coloco at the 5, out over the 10, breaks a tackle to the 15, breaks another tackle, and it'll finally be stopped as it gets to the 17-yard line, and that's where the umpire will have it. First down and 10 yards to go. Another kick that was duck hooked that time by Wilson, but it was not nearly as deep, and he was able to bounce it off the side boards. And Coloco able to grab it and run it up to the 17-yard line, and that's where the umpire will have it. First down and 10. Spokane has one timeout remaining. Here in the first half. Ball in the center of the field. All three receivers will go to the right side. Brown, Bray, and Charles. Luther Coloco, the running back, is the wide receiver off to the left. Dowdell out of the gun, takes the snap, throws, right side boards, wide open, Sam Charles, leaping catch, beautiful catch along the boards down at the 13-yard line. What a play! Sam Charles, a pass high and behind him, but he's able to leap up and make a great catch in front of the fans in the front row there, and that's a big play and a first down for the umpire, a pickup of 21 yards and a first down, the first catch of the ball game for Sam Charles, and the longest pass play for the umpire in this ball game. The umpire down at the 12-yard line, first down and 10, and now the clock stopped. As Adam Shackelford says, the clock should have been stopped because he was out of bounds. Salt Lake takes the timeout. The clock down to 32.6 seconds remaining. The officials say Charles never went out of bounds. He hit the dasher boards, but he didn't put the ball over the dasher boards. But he really caught the ball over the dasher boards. And I think that's what Coach Shackelford and the umpire thought, is when he had to go over the dasher boards to catch it, that would be out of bounds. but it was not. And a bunch of time went off the clock there before Salt Lake was able to stop the clock. They want to preserve some time on the clock here in case Spokane scores in the next play or two. They'd like to have maybe 20 seconds or so remaining so they can try to kick a field goal here at the end of the half. Salt Lake has 2 timeouts remaining. 32.6 seconds remaining to play here in the first half. First down and 10 Empire at the Salt Lake City 12-yard line. 3 receivers go to the left side. Coloco in the backfield with Dowdell to his right. Motion has started. Dowdell to throw. Fires back of the end zone looking for Brown. Incomplete. Actually coming up with the ball there is the defensive back, Rashad Green, but the officials say it contacted the side wall, and that means it's out of bounds. And so it's an incomplete pass, and it's second down and 10 now for the Empire. Pass thrown into some coverage there. Brown could not haul it in. It went off him and then off the boards and then into the hands of Green. But once the ball hit the side wall, it was out of bounds. So the pass incomplete. It's second and 10 now from the 12-yard line. 3 receivers go to the left side. Coloco, the running back, stationary receiver to the right. Dowdell starts the motion, takes the slow snap, fades back, fires again, back left corner, and this is picked off. At the goal line and running it up close to the 10-yard line is James Calhoun. Calhoun's second interception of the year and Dowdell's first pick since the Nebraska game. And Spokane's first turnover in their last 3 games. But this cost them a chance to take a lead at the intermission, as the interception at the goal line is run up to the 9-yard line. And now Salt Lake City has 19 and 8/10 seconds remaining and 2 timeouts to try to kick a field goal or score a touchdown. Plus, they get the ball to start the second half of play. See if the Spokane defense can come up with a big play here. Verlon Reed throws a quick screen back to the right side, and getting cut down is Dodson in the field of play at the 14-yard line. John Hardy, Tuliao, and then Andrew Jackson bring him down. A gain of 5 up to the 14-yard line, and a timeout is taken by Salt Lake City, and we're down to 14 seconds remaining to play first half. So the 5-yard gain on the screen to Jawan Dotson. And it'll be second and 5 now for the Screaming Eagles. They have 1 timeout and 14 seconds remaining. Now Coach Sock, he's rubbing the top of his head as he's taking his hat off as he talks to his quarterback and his wide receivers here as to what he wants to run on this second and 5 play. You've got to think that they're going to do one of 2 things. One will be a quick pass to the sidelines, try to get 4 or 5 yards, get the ball over the wall out of bounds. And then they could either take a shot and try to kick a field goal, or they can just try to complete a 10 or 15-yard pass over the middle, take their time out, and then try a field goal. We'll see. Reed takes the snap back, pressure coming from Haig. He gets away, runs to the right side. Reed fires out of bounds into the crowd, down to 8 and 1/10 second remaining, as Reed is able to escape the pressure from Haig, running to the right side. He just threw it away once he got outside the pocket. And the clock down to 8.1 seconds. So now it makes it simpler, Coach Sock. You got basically one play, and you can throw a deep throw over the middle here. You can, I don't think they'll throw, when I say deep, I'm talking like a 15-yard play. And then they'll use the timeout, take a field goal here if they can. Or they'll take a shot, one or the other. Reed takes the shotgun snap, pressure coming from Love, moves to the left, flags down, Hail Mary back toward the end zone. This ball knocked away, incomplete. Robert Brown knocks that one away as it was intended for Ellingson. It'll be a hold as somebody had a big grab on Harold Love. Gorola, the center, had a hold of Love, and so the hold will be called, and the Empire will decline that penalty as Sock went for the shot in the end zone, and Robert Brown tipped that one away incomplete, intended for Ellingson, and we have come to the end of the first half. Yep, they come to the end of the first half, and Salt Lake City has a 10-9 lead here at the intermission. All right, we'll take a timeout, be back with our halftime. It's Salt Lake City 10, Spokane 9. This is Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Right now, at amazingly affordable Aaron's, just $10 gets you started leasing to own anything in the store. TVs, laptops, washers and dryers, bedroom sets, living room sets, refrigerators and smartphones. Just $10 down gets you started, and there's no credit needed. This offer is in-store only, so stop by a participating Aaron's store today. Like the sound of just $10 down? Then stop by amazingly affordable Aaron's. Offer ends Tuesday, March 31st. 3 locations in Spokane, the Y, Argonne Village, and on Sprague and Freya.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Sanders here to announce that KFC's new spicy, crispy Zinger chicken sandwich is now available in a $5 fill-up for a limited time. Why? Because who wants to spend $7 on a meal at a burger place when you could spend $5 on a hand-breaded Zinger chicken sandwich, wages, a cookie, and a drink at KFC? I mean, we specialize in chicken. You need another reason? I didn't think so. Try the Zinger in a $5 fill-up at KFC today. KFC, it's finger-licking good. Limited time offer at participating KFCs. Tax extra.
Savings accounts might sound boring. At STCU, we think they just need better names, like Happy Anniversary We're Skipping Town account, or Which Kid Put This Hole in the Wall account. Because when you have cash to pay for fun or to fix stuff, now that's exciting. And when you're earning great dividends on that cash, well, STCU's First 5 Savings account offers 5.09% on your first $500. Visit us or open an account today at stcu.org. And welcome to Thrillsville. STCU is federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome to the Spokane Empire Halftime Show. Here's your host, Larry Weir.
Welcome back. It is Junior Dance Camp was yesterday, and the Empire dancers are down there. I'm going to see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 55 young ladies out there, aged 4 to 12, who will take part with the Empire dancers here in a halftime show for the crowd. So a good turnout, 55 kids aged 4 to 12 taking part here in the junior dance camp yesterday, and so part of that was they get to perform. They got a free T-shirt. They're all wearing their T-shirts out here on the field, and they got some snacks, pizza, cupcakes, whatnot. Yesterday at the dance camp, they've learned a routine, and they're performing it right now with dancers out on the field. All right, let's get to our halftime recap of this ball game. It has not been a smooth offensive game, but I suppose you can credit the defenses as well for being outstanding in this ball game, as Salt Lake City has a 10-9 lead here at the intermission. So let's take a look at how this all transpired here in the first half of play. Spokane got the ball to start the game. They turned it over on downs, though, and Salt Lake City took over, and they ended up driving into Spokane territory. They took over at their own 19-yard line. They got down into Spokane territory, but they missed a 24-yard field goal by their new kicker, Josh Wilson, and so it's still a scoreless game. Spokane at their own 5, they could not move. They tried a 54-yard field goal. That was no good. And a big play in this game, Salt Lake City returned that missed field goal down to the Spokane 5-yard line, but Salt Lake got called for a hold on the return. So instead of taking over at the Spokane 5, they took over at their own 5-yard line. And Spokane got a defensive stop. They turned it over on downs as Andrew Jackson deflected a 4th down pass at the line of scrimmage. And so it's still a scoreless game. Spokane got the ball at the Salt Lake City 11-yard line. They could not dent the end zone, though. They had to settle for a 20-yard field goal from the new kicker, Brendan Garcia, who takes over for Craig Peterson, who got signed by one of the CFL teams. I was not told which team he was trying out for. I just was told he was signed by a CFL team, so he's off in the Canadian League now. And so Brendan Garcia comes in, and he makes a 20-yard field goal and puts Spokane on the board 3-0. But then a long return by Chris Robinson down to the Spokane 14-yard line. And Salt Lake City scores a 10-yard passing touchdown from Furlon Reed to Jawan Dotson. The point after is good. It was 7-3. Spokane answers back a 30-yard drive. Charles Dowdell, a 5-yard passing touchdown to Brian Frey. Point after is missed, though. The Empire led by the score of 9-7. Salt Lake City takes over. They get a field goal, a 37-yarder from Wilson. Made it 10-9. Spokane drove down into the KFC red zone, but they were denied as Charles Dowdell was intercepted at the goal line by Calhoun, and Salt Lake City could not get a score at the end of the half. So that is where we're at here at the intermission. Our score, Salt Lake City 10, Spokane 9. Back with a look at what happened yesterday and Friday around the IFL, and we'll look ahead to next week. That's coming up after this timeout. You're listening to Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Join the Spokane Empire football team for Ladies Night on Friday, May 12th. This game is all about the ladies with happy hour drink specials for them all game long and free flowers to the first 1,000 girls through the door, proudly provided by Spokane Organics. The Arizona Rattlers will travel to the Spokane Arena for the first time as a member of the IFL. Come out and support the Empire. Let's show those Rattlers that Spokane fans are the best fans in the league. Buy your tickets today at ticketswest.com. A tradition in sports is that long, hard bus trip. But you can get a comfortable, dependable trip by calling Alpha Omega Tours and Charters. They're leading the way in charter service, offering deluxe ground transportation that is relaxed, comfortable, and reliable. In fact, they're the official charter service of the Spokane Empire. For scenic tours to airport transfers, corporate travel to party groups. Find out more online at alphaomegatoursandcharters.com or 509-299-5595. Any group, any place, anytime. You can rely on Alpha Omega.
What's not to love about a classic A&W root beer float? And now, for a limited time, get any size float for just $2. Made fresh root beer, creamy vanilla soft serve, only $2 at your local A&W.
Get one now for yourself, your best friend, or the coworker in the cubicle next to you. A&W root beer floats bring joy, and for just $2, you can pick one up today. Just stop by either of our Spokane area A&W locations. No coupon necessary. Hurry in.
At participating restaurants, prices may vary, tax extra.
Physical Therapy Associates is proud to be the official sports medicine provider for the Spokane Empire. Professional sports are hard on the athlete's body. And again, everyday activities can take a toll on all of us as well. Whether it's a shoulder injury from a blitzing linebacker or a strained back from lifting groceries, Physical Therapy Associates can help you recover and get you back in the game. PT Associates offers innovative therapy techniques, hydrotherapy pool with underwater treadmills, fitness classes, and nutrition services. Physical Therapy Associates. If it's physical, it's therapy. PTAssociates.net.
Now, more of the Spokane Empire halftime show.
So the junior dancers have left the field here after getting their performance with the Empire dance team. Nice job by those young ladies. Let's run down the scoreboard for you now. In the IFL, first off, instead of the scoreboard, let's run down the standings going into this game here this afternoon. Spokane on top of the intense conference with a record of 6-2. They have won 2 consecutive games. Nebraska at 6-4 in second place. They've also won 2 straight now. Arizona at 5-4 is in third. Then Colorado at 2-7 and Salt Lake City at 1-7. In the United Conference, Sioux Falls is on top with an 8-1 record. Wichita Falls at 8-2 in second, and Iowa just a game behind at 7-2 in third place. Green Bay and Cedar Rapids bring up the rear in the United Conference. Over the weekend, on Friday, it was Nebraska over Cedar Rapids by the score of 50-38. As Patrick McCain, their quarterback, had 5 passing touchdowns. 3 of them went to Dimitri Stimpill. Nebraska had a 37-6 lead midway through the third quarter and were able to hold on as Cedar Rapids rallied in that ball game. Then on Saturday, Iowa defeated Colorado 33-21. Iowa held Colorado out of the end zone until the fourth quarter of play. They allowed just 2 field goals the first 3 quarters. Colorado got a couple of fourth quarter touchdowns, but it wasn't enough. Keshada Spence, a couple of rushing touchdowns for Iowa, who is impressive right now. They've won 5 straight, and the Empire will go back to Des Moines in June. Arizona got a big win as they clobbered Green Bay 64-29. The quarterback, Cody Sokol, had 5 passing touchdowns. He threw 4 of those 5 to Jamal Miles. Green Bay actually led this game 14-7 early in the second quarter. but the Rattlers scored 4 straight touchdowns from the early second quarter through the early third quarter to take a 36-14 lead as they went on to a 64-29 win. And then Wichita Falls knocked off Sioux Falls last night, 44-36 in Wichita Falls. First loss of the season for Sioux Falls. First loss for Sioux Falls against anybody other than Cedar Rapids since 2013. They lost one game at Cedar Rapids in 14. They lost one game at Cedar Rapids in 16. They have not lost at home since 2010. The umpire will be there next week. Tyler Williams, 4 rushing touchdowns for Wichita Falls, the Nighthawks. And Michael Green, the outstanding defensive back who played in Billings last year, had 2 interceptions for Wichita Falls in that ball game to help preserve that victory. So that's what happened this past week in the IFL. Now what's ahead next week? 5 games will be going on next week. On Friday, 2 contests. Arizona will play at Cedar Rapids, and then Nebraska will play at Wichita Falls in a big game. On Saturday, Iowa's at Green Bay, and in a really big game, Spokane plays at Sioux Falls. We'll be on the air at 4:30 with the kickoff, 5:05, or we'll be on the air at 4:30 for the pregame, I should say. And the kickoff is at 5:05 Saturday for the Denny Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Spokane versus the Sioux Falls Storm, the 6-time defending United Bowl champions in the IFL. Then on Monday, the Salt Lake City Screaming Eagle team will play at Colorado. So that's scheduled next week in the IFL. Major League Baseball, the Mariners lost today, falling to Cleveland by the score of 12-4. Kind of an oddity, I guess, in baseball today, as Washington clobbered the New York Mets by the score of 23-5. And Anthony Rendon of Washington went 6 out of 6 in the ball game. He hit 3 home runs, scored 5 runs, and drove in 10. Not very often that one batter drives in 10 runs in a ball game, but that's what Rendon of Washington did today as Washington defeated the Mets 23-5. All right, when we come back, we will have a look at the unofficial first half stats for this ball game, and they're really unofficial because we had our equipment problem in this one, and I'm not sure I got all the plays statted during our little break as we tried to make telephone connection, which is what we currently have here tonight from Spokane. All right, back with more at halftime after this timeout. Salt Lake City 10, Spokane 9. This is Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
SpokaneHelpWanted.com salutes the employee of the month. The one employee you can't live without. The others, let's just call them Dave.
Dave, have you been stealing lunches out of the fridge and posting reviews online?
Finishing one right now, Mr. Employee of the Month.
Hey, is that my lunch?
Yep, today's meatballs were very dry.
My wife made those.
1 star out of 5. Would not steal again.
If you don't mind hiring Daves, go to the huge national job boards. That's probably what you'll get. But if you want more employees of the month, go where local job seekers find good local jobs. SpokaneHelpWanted.com. Local jobs that work.
7 million children suffer from asthma, more than any other chronic disease. Most asthma attacks are caused by allergic reactions to allergens, including those left behind by cockroaches and mice. In fact, 82% of U.S. households contain mouse allergens, and cockroaches are found in up to 98% of urban homes. How can you protect your family? Find out at pestworld.org. A message from the National Pest Management Association and the American College of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology.
Smart lights, smart locks, smart thermostats. You love your new connected technology. And the Consumer Technology Association wants to help you protect the security of your devices. First, don't use default or easy-to-guess passwords. Create unique ones and keep them safe. Next, look for and install security updates from device manufacturers. Also, have an active firewall for your home router. And consider using a professional installer to set up your new devices. Easy tips from the Consumer Technology Association to help keep your devices secure.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but as you grew up, things changed. Teaching just didn't seem like the best option anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Interesting and innovative things are happening in teaching today, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
XLX Airway Heights, Spokane. Two names that mean local sport. Local sport. Patchen, Lukens. Weekdays at 3 on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM. Now, more of the Spokane Empire halftime show.
All right, we are, we have made alternate plans here. Our thanks to Scott Jordan for running a new unit to us here so we can once again broadcast the way that we are supposed to broadcast. And so our thanks to Mr. Jordan there for handling that. Thanks to 700 ESPN for loaning Scott Travis, I'm sorry. Scott Travis came and brought that. I don't know what I was thinking. It was Casey Jordan. I got their juxtaposed, I guess. So Scott Travis brings us our gear. So thanks to him. And the one that we had is deader than a doornail right now. But thanks to Scott. And thanks to the folks at 700 ESPN for loaning us a piece of gear to get through the rest of this broadcast as we're at halftime here and the Empire have a 10-9 deficit in this ball game. All right, now let's get to the statistics for this one. Charles Dowdell threw 18 passes in the first half. He had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 completions. So he's 9 out of 18 for 77 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pass intercepted. Brian Prey, 5 catches in the first half, 37 yards and a touchdown. Devon Brown, 3 catches, 19 yards. Sam Charles, 1 for 21. Muku Koloko, 4 carries for 13 yards to lead Spokane in that category. For Salt Lake City, Verlon Reed, their quarterback, threw 11 passes, completed only 5 in the first half for 30 yards. Check that. That should be 6 out of 12 for 40 yards passing in the first half of play, as he had the 10-yard passing touchdown to Jawan Dotson, who had 4 catches for 26 yards and 1 score in the ball game. Devin Mahina, Chris Robinson both had 1 catch for 7 yards apiece. Reed rushing, 3 carries for 17 yards. Rob Marshall, 3 carries for 4 yards. So Salt Lake City unofficially 61 yards of offense in the first half. Spokane unofficially 84 yards of offense in the first half. So neither team setting the world on fire offensively in this ball game. And right now it is Salt Lake City 10, Spokane 9 here at the intermission. And Salt Lake City will get the ball to start the second half of play. The teams getting ready to come back out on the field to start the second half. The Empire are here. And Empire dance team members now riding out on the field in a couple of lawn tractors. So that's what's going on here at the intermission. Back with the second half after we pause for this timeout. Salt Lake City 10, Spokane 9. This is Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
You've been listening to the Spokane Empire halftime show. Stay tuned for the exciting conclusion of today's game. Spokane Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
What's not to love about a classic A&W root beer float? And now, for a limited time, get any size float for just $2. Made fresh root beer, creamy vanilla soft serve, only $2 at your local A&W.
Get one now for yourself, your best friend, or the coworker in the cubicle next to you. A&W root beer floats bring joy, and for just $2, you can pick one up today. Just stop by either of our Spokane area A&W locations. No coupon necessary. Hurry in.
At participating restaurants, prices may vary, tax extra.
Hey kids, the Spokane Empire Kids Club is back and bigger than ever this year. It is free to join, and all members get a free cupcake from Sweet Frosting's Blissful Bake Shop on their birthday. Collect stamps in your card to win prizes like an Empire backpack from Team Dentist Wilder Dentistry, a really hungry kids meal from Applebee's, a ticket to Lilac City Comic-Con, and much more. They're also going to have some really great kids club events this season. So sign up at the next home game to join the club and join in the fun.
Hey, at our startup, my team and I move at the speed of tech 24/7. Bottom line, I just want the news that matters. So I turn to my local radio and TV stations. I want to hear from people who live and work in my town, people I know and trust. For the best entertainment, sports, news, weather, and traffic, anytime, anywhere, I stay local. Support your local stations. Text RADIO to 52886. Furnished by the NAB and this station. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out.
I'm getting older. Do I need to worry about falling?
Yes, you do. Each year, 1 in 4 people 65 and older will experience a fall, and many will be serious. The majority of falls happen at home, so remove things that could make you trip and install handrails to keep you steady. To learn more about the steps you can take to help prevent a fall, please talk to your doctor. You can also visit aarpfoundation.org or medicaremadeclear.com/falls. This message was brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation.
You've been listening to...
All right, welcome back. Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, getting ready for second half action here. Glad you could be with us tonight here on 700 ESPN, 105.3 FM. As Spokane gets ready to kick off, Brendan Garcia ready to do that. Double men, back deep to receive. James Calhoun and Chris Robinson. Here's a ground ball back downfield. It'll be Calhoun at the 10-yard line. Breaks a tackle at the 15, stumbles out over the 20 and gets to the 21-yard line before he is taken down. The officials may put him back at the 20. We'll see. They're kind of waffling between the 20 and the 21 right now, so we'll see where they put the ball. And it'll be Salt Lake's football, first down and 10, and the final decision is the 20-yard line as we start the second half of play. Salt Lake City ahead 10-9 here as we begin half number 2 in their blue uniforms. Blue jerseys, blue pants, silver helmets. Spokane orange jerseys, black numerals, white pants, white helmets. Empty backfield. Reed, toss sweep right side. This is Robinson, hauled out against the dasher boards by J.D. Griggs. And they'll give him at the 21-yard line for a 1-yard gain. Kind of looping motion by Robinson from the left side over to the right. And Reed hit him with just an old-fashioned toss sweep. And Robinson was grabbed by the back of the shirt and thrown out against the dasher boards by J.D. Griggs. 1-yard pickup on the play. It'll be second down and 9 now for the Screaming Eagles. Ball outside the right hash mark. 2 men go to the right side. Robinson will be the stationary receiver. And back to throw is Reed. High over the head of Mahina, incomplete. He took a shoulder to the chest from Robert Brown as well. It's hard to overthrow Devin Mahina. He's 6'6" and 265 pounds. And Reed airmailed him there. And Brown put a shoulder into the chest of Mahina. Pass incomplete, so now it's 3rd and 9 for the Eagles, the Screaming Eagles, at their own 21-yard line. Harold Love over the nose of the center with Jackson and Griggs on the outside for Spokane. Haig at the mic. And they have 4 defensive backs in the game now. Vacquiao was out of the game. Out of the gun, Reed takes the waist-high snap, steps on the pocket, now runs to the right side over the 20, 25, and is stopped short of a first down by Andrew Jackson. But they'll be able to go for it here as Reed gains positive yards down to the 22-yard line. They may put him at the 21. They will put him at the 21, gain of 8. It'll be 4th and 1 now for Salt Lake City. Can the Empire defense rise up here on 4th and 1? Salt Lake at the Empire 21-yard line early here in the third quarter. 10-9 Salt Lake City with a lead. 4th and 1 at the Empire 21, ball outside the right hash mark. Running back in the backfield to the left of Reed. Here's the snap. Reed will run to the left side, hemmed in, cuts back to his right, breaks a tackle, still hemmed in, and is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Andrew Jackson. They brought Ben Calhoun in as a lead blocker, as that was a run, a designed run to the left side for Verlon Reed, but Spokane's right side of their defense broke it down, and Reed had to reverse back, and he got stopped by Jackson for no gain. Timeout on the field, 12:25 remaining third quarter. Salt Lake City 10, Spokane 9. Back after this break. You're listening to Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Patchen and Lukens, weekdays at 3.
When people call college football or college basketball a free development for NFL or NBA, I can't disagree with them anymore. I used to say, no, wait a second. It's not all of that. It is. You're practicing 12 months out of the year. Don't tell me that they're student athletes anymore. They're athlete students. That's what they are. They're there to play sports first.
Weekdays at 3.
Tweens have mastered the art of tuning out. Jen, there's a spider in the car. We're turning your room into a home gym. See? Nothing. But some messages need to get through, like making sure they're buckled up the whole ride, every time. Do whatever it takes to make your child listen. Jen, I friended your boyfriend.
Wait, what?
Buckle up, sweetie.
Never give up until they buckle up. Learn more at safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
So the umpire gets the 4-down defensive stop, and they get the ball to start the second half of play here for their first opportunity. First down and 10. Dowdell out of the shotgun. Coloco to his left in the backfield. All three receivers go right. Dowdell to throw. Looking to the right. Throwing to the right. Boards is tipped in the air. Tipped off at 2 defenders. Caught by Calhoun, and he'll run it in for a touchdown. Calhoun tipped it away initially back toward the line of scrimmage. Then one of the defensive linemen got a paw on it, kept it in the air, and Calhoun, with his second interception of the ball game, takes it in for the score. Dowdell throws his second pick consecutively, both intercepted by Calhoun, and Salt Lake City takes a 16-9 lead in this ball game. I don't know how long they will give that for a return, as I missed the replay on the big screen. But it is a touchdown for Salt Lake City as it bounced off two Screaming Eagles as it hit Calhoun, hit one of the linemen, and then back to Calhoun again, and he took it in for the touchdown. Here's the point after try. It's up and it's good. A flag is down, so let's hold the phone here. And if it's on Spokane, they can put it in the bank and use this during the ensuing kickoff. Let's see as the officials talk it over. We're back to having our referee mic'd up again. Well, now they say they're going to end up declining this penalty, I guess, and so we're going to have a timeout on the field. We'll go ahead and take a break. Well, here's our referee first.
Legal defense.
Well, we have another flag down, and my guess is we're going to get unsportsmanlike on Spokane. Here's our referee.
Illegal defense, Spokane. That penalty's been declined. Result of the try was good. After the play, sideline warning, Spokane.
All right, so after the play, Spokane with a sideline warning. We'll go ahead and take a timeout. Our score with 11:23 remaining here in the third quarter. Salt Lake City 17, Spokane 9. This is Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
This year, you could watch the Spokane Empire road games at home all alone. Or you can watch the games at the Swinging Doors. This season, all Spokane Empire road games will be shown on multiple screens at the Swinging Doors, 1018 West Francis. Come out, meet up with friends, and enjoy great food and drinks while you cheer on the Spokane Empire. The Swinging Doors, the official watch party partner of the Spokane Empire football team.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
Well, the question here at the half is, can Spokane get their offense going finally? They have not so far in this ball game, and they are trailing by the score of 17-9. A couple of turnovers. Dowdell's last 2 passes have been picked off by Calhoun and run back for this last one run back for a touchdown. Here's the kick. High, deep, end over end. This, I think, is going to get into the crowd, and it does. And that's going to be an out-of-bounds kick, and I believe that's the second of the game for Salt Lake City, and that means Spokane will get it at midfield. Here's our referee.
Kick was out of bounds by rule. The second time in the game. It would be spotted at the 25-yard line. First down, Spokane.
There you go. Good explanation by Steve Bartlett. You can kick it out of bounds once. The other team gets it at their own 20. You kick it out of bounds a second time and any succeeding time after that, and the ball spotted at midfield. But for Spokane, they've got to get out of their own way, as turnovers and penalties have hurt them here in this ball game. Kind of like the Nebraska game. 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side here. On first down, Dowdell out of the shotgun, throws quickly, has a catch along the boards, Muku Koloko, and he takes it down to the 20-yard line before he's wrapped out against the dasher boards. Gain of 5 on the pass to Koloko, a rare catch for Muku, just his 7th of the year. And so the completed pass makes it second down. Well, they give him 6 yards down to the 19-yard line. So second down and 4 now for the Empire at the 19. All 3 receivers go to the left side, and they'll toss it to the left side. Koloko almost falls down, gets his feet, and gets it down to the 15, maybe the 14-yard line, and that's going to be good for a first down to pick up a 5 on the little toss sweep to Muku Koloko, and a first down for the Empire down to the Salt Lake City 14-yard line. So Spokane gets a first down. Let's see if they can sustain this drive, as they have it on the left hash mark at the Screaming Eagle 14. Empty backfield. 3 receivers go to the right side. Koloko splits left as the stationary receiver. Quick throw to the right boards. Caught by Brian Prey. Breaks a tackle. Gets inside the 10 and is finally spilled by the Mike linebacker, Jerome McElroy, out of Incarnate Word, a 230-pounder. And they'll give him down to the 6-yard line, it appears. Nope, they spotted at the 7. And so a gain of 8 on the quick throw out to Prey. And it'll be 2nd and 2 now for the Empire in the KFC red zone at the 7-yard line. 2nd down and 2. Spokane has not been all that great in the red zone so far in this ball game. Koloko, the running back, Dowdell in the shotgun. Koloko to his left. Here's a toss sweep. Koloko to the left side, trying to get to the corner, is pushed out against the dasher boards by Calhoun right at about the line of scrimmage. Mania Smith was out there trying to lead the way. Couple of guys who are a little long in the tooth out there competing against each other. Ciante Williams, 35 years old. He's played in the NFL, NFL Europe, CFL, AFL, and now IFL. He's the defensive end for Salt Lake City. Mania Smith at 35 years old, an 8-time champion here in the IFL. 2 years in Billings and 6 in Sioux Falls out there going up against him. So now 3rd down for Spokane and a yard to go. Here's the handoff. Koloko off the left side, breaking a tackle, driving into the end zone. Does he get there? Yes, touchdown, Empire. Muku Koloko on the run off the left side, following Mania Smith there. Takes it into the end zone for the score, a 6-yard rushing touchdown, and the Empire is back to within 2 with 8.5 minutes remaining to play in the 3rd quarter for Muku Koloko. That is rushing touchdown number 6 this year. So Koloko with the 6-yard rush there. And Spokane will go for 2 to try to tie this game. So the Empire cut it to 17-15, and now they'll try to tie up with a 2-point conversion. Ball outside the left hash mark. Dowdell with Koloko to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Dowdell takes the snap, firing back of the end zone, flags down all over the place. Prey was being held, then another flag coming in from our referee. And so we may have 2 separate penalties here, because 2 came down in the end zone. 1 was flung by the referee into the middle of the field at the line of scrimmage. So my guess is we're going to have illegal contact or interference in the end zone on Salt Lake City, and then probably a hold on Spokane at the line of scrimmage. And those penalties should offset. We'll see.
Number 6 on the defense with a hold. And we have personal foul, hands to the face. Those penalties offset. Will replay the down.
So there you have it. So the offsetting penalties. And so the Empire will try again now on this point try. And the officials will move the ball back outside the left hash mark here. And Spokane will try again. 7:54 remains to play here, third quarter, as the Empire try to tie the game at 17. They break the huddle. Darren Pinnock says something to Mania Smith. All three receivers go to the right side. Running back Coloco to the right of Dowdell. Charles takes the snap out of the shotgun, throws short, caught. That's a two-point conversion for Brian Prey. So Dowdell to Prey for the two-point conversion. And let's take a 1-minute timeout here. Our score, Spokane 17, Salt Lake City 17. This is Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
The region's #1 choice for orthopedics is Northwest Orthopedic Specialists. For more than 60 years, their doctors have been committed to delivering specialized, compassionate care to patients throughout Spokane and the Pacific Northwest. To schedule an appointment, call 888-660-2663. That's 888-660-2663. Northwest Orthopedic Specialists, delivering excellence.
Empire fans, my team knows how to score touchdowns, and the team at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital knows how to help kids. This season, for every Empire touchdown in the Spokane Arena, our friends at STCU will donate $100 to Children's Miracle Network to help the kids at Sacred Heart. Join the team that's helping local kids. Cheer on the Spokane Empire and give to the Children's Miracle Network by clicking on the Credit Union for Kids logo at SpokaneEmpire.com.
So the Empire gets the touchdown, and here's the kickoff downfield, bounding away, finally picked up by Robinson. He gets away from one man, flags down at the 5, reverses field back to the right, and is stopped short of the 10, it looks like, by Pasquale Vacchio. Somebody lost a shoe in all that. It was Robinson, the returner. And we've got a penalty, probably an illegal block here on Salt Lake City.
Block in the back, number 8 of the return team. Half the distance to goal, first down.
From the spot of the penalty, which is the 5-yard line. And so that penalty will be walked back to the 3, and that's where Salt Lake City will have it, first down and 10. Let's see if Spokane can sustain some momentum here, see if they can get a defensive stop. They got one in the first drive of the first half, or the second half rather. Salt Lake City's touchdown coming from their defense. 3 receivers go to the right, 1 to the left, empty backfield. Reed from his end zone, throws over the middle, caught. Devin Mahina, short of a first down, is run backwards. Well, no, he may have the first down. And then the ball pops into the arms of Marshall as Mahina laterals it back. And Marshall takes it forward for a gain to the 15-yard line. A gain of 12 and a first down. I don't know if he lateraled that back or if it was fumbled and then caught by Marshall. At any rate, it's a 12-yard passing gain and a first down. So Salt Lake City gets the first down up at their own 15-yard line here. Again, an empty backfield with 4 wide receivers. 2 to either side. Pump fake. John Dominique Griggs has him and throws him down for a loss, a sack. J.D. Griggs, as Reed pump faked it to the right side and then wanted to throw it deeper down the field and had no chance, as J.D. Griggs now has 8.5 sacks on the season. So Reed loses 2. That's the first sack of the ball game for Spokane. And it's 2nd and 12 from the 13-yard line. So John Griggs with a sack. And it's 2nd and 12 now for Salt Lake at their own 13-yard line. Ball outside the left hash mark. 3 receivers go to the right. Marshall in the running backfield. And Reed out of the shotguns. Has time, now pressured out. He'll run again. Mao chasing him. He's over the 15 to the 20 and slides down at the 21-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 on the play and bring up 3rd down and 4. Mao and Griggs had good pressure, but there was nobody in the middle of the field, and Reed realized that. Heady play, gains 8. Sets up a 3rd and 4 now for the Screaming Eagles at their own 21. 5:45 to play, 3rd quarter. We are tied at 17. Crowd chanting, "Guard the yard." Empty backfield again, 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Reed from the gun. Throws quickly, left boards, juggling catch along the boards for a first down by Jawan Dotson. In Empire territory at the 24-yard line, a pickup of 5 and a first down. Dotson's 5th catch of the game. I have him for 31 yards. And the Screaming Eagles with a couple of first downs through the air, and they have it in Empire territory at the 24-yard line. Into the game comes Chris Robinson, and out of the game, the running back Rob Marshall. All 4 receivers go to the right side. Marshall will be one of the guys in motion. We'll see if he does the jet motion. He does not. He goes upfield. Reed to throw. Out of the shotgun, throws. Right side has a catch on the numbers, and the ball knocked away incomplete. And that was very near a catch and a fumble, as Ellingson was the intended receiver. He had it for a minute, and then the ball stripped away from him, and the pass incomplete. T.C. Robinson, I think, able to get in there and rip that ball out. So now, 2nd and 10. Ellingson, a big-bodied guy at 6'5", 225. Tried to catch that one on the numbers right at the yard to gain at the 15-yard line, and he could not hang on. Now they give it on the jet sweep to Robinson. He gets inside the 20 and drags Andrew Jackson and Harold Love for a couple of extra yards. He had a quarter ton on his back, plus in Love and Jackson, and the diminutive Robinson is able to go forward for 2 or 3 extra yards and sets up 3rd and 3 now. The jet sweep, Robinson inside receiver on the left, in the jet motion in front of the quarterback Reed. And he gains 7. 3rd and 3 now for the Screaming Eagles. Three receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Reed out of the gun, right side. The ball is caught. No, incomplete. As Bacchiao able to knock that one away from the intended receiver, Jawan Dotson. Bacchiao almost got there for a pick, but instead he was just able to make contact with the receiver Dotson, force that pass incomplete, and so now a huge 4th and 3. Salt Lake City this year has converted 54% of their tries on 4th down. 4th and 3 at the Empire 18. Inside of 3 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter, we are tied at 17. 2 receivers to either side. Dotson from the left, Mahina from the right in high motion. Reed takes the snap, fires, back of the end zone, leaping try, Dotson, touchdown, Salt Lake City. Front part of the end zone, Dotson against Robert Brown, a beautifully thrown ball by Reed in a perfect spot, and it's an 18-yard passing touchdown from Verlon Reed to Jawan Dotson, the 2nd time those 2 guys have hooked up in this ball game. And Salt Lake City, a 47-yard drive, very impressive down the field, and they take a 23-17 lead. So Jawan Dotson came into this game with 3 touchdown receptions, and he has 2 here in this game. Now the point after from Wilson. Good snap back, the ball spotted, and the boot is wide to the right. So he missed it, and Salt Lake City has a 23-17 lead with 1:53 remaining here in the 3rd quarter of action. Well, it's backed by popular demand this season. Spokane Empire players, coaches, and dancers will deliver your Papa John's Pizza on Monday, May 22nd from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Order online at papajohns.com. Get the discount for this week, and then sit back, wait and see which player or coach or dancer will deliver your pizza. Mark your calendar for Monday night, May 22nd, as a night off of cooking, because Papa John's will be for dinner that night. Right now, the Empire was 17 points. Your discount's only 10%. So you want to root for the Empire to get 2 or 3 touchdowns here. Get that discount up to 30 or 40% for next week. You had a 60% discount this week from Papa John's because the Empire scored 60 in Arizona. That discount is over. The final score of this ball game, if it's in the teens, which is where it is now, you'll get 10% off. If it gets into the 20s, you'll get 20% off. Into the 30s, 30% off. If the umpire can get into the 40s, you'll get 40% off. And it goes upward from there. That's online, papajohns.com. Be sure to use the coupon code EMPIRE1. EMPIRE1 will get you that discount. And it's only online at papajohns.com. Salt Lake City in those blue uniforms with the red and white stripes on the shoulders and on the backs, around the neck, and then up the sides of each leg on the pants, and they're ready to kick it off. So here's Wilson with the run forward, the boot, end over end and high. Coloco runs to his right, grabs it 5 yards deep in the end zone. Gets out over the 5, has a seam, 10, 15, cuts back over the 20, 25, 20, down the right side boards. A flag comes in, maybe for a face mask, we'll see. And Coloco down inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The official's going to run the flag back to midfield. I thought I saw a hand maybe to the face, but now it may be an illegal block on Spokane. We'll see. Here's Steve Bartlett, our referee. Well, he's still getting the word.
Holding, return team. 10 yards to the spot of the foul. First down.
So it is a hold on Spokane. From where it was initially thrown, I thought somebody might have gotten a hand in the face mask there. But then when they walked the penalty back, I had a feeling it was going to be a hold. So instead of having it inside the Salt Lake City 20, the umpire, still with decent field position, will have it at their own 15, first down and 10. Spokane trailing 23-17. Minute 40 remaining third quarter, and the clock is running. 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. Charles on the right side, Prey on the left will be in motion up the boards on either side. Dowdell to throw on the slant over the middle. It's caught. Charles trying to break a tackle, can't do it. Leans the ball up to the 24-yard line, so it's a 9-yard pickup. Charles' second catch of the ball game. I said a slant. It was a little curl, actually, is what it was. He sat down basically at the 24. I thought he was going to keep going across the middle, but he did not. He sat down there. So a little curl route and a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 now for the umpire. Coloco will be in the backfield to Dowdell's left. Brown on the right side. Charles on the left, the motion man. Toss sweep left side. Coloco to the corner. Inside the 25, down to the 20, and is finally spilled by McElroy, the Mac linebacker, as he gets to about the 17-yard line, and that'll be good for a first down. A 9-yard pickup for Muku Coloco as they run behind the Hall of Famer Mania Smith on the left side. We, I think, have a flag down, and we do.
Legal defense, Salt Lake. That penalty's been declined.
And so it's a first down for Spokane down at the 18-yard line. An 8-yard rushing gain for Muku Coloco there. I should say future Hall of Famer with Mania Smith. He is not yet in the IFL Hall of Fame, as he is not yet officially retired. He thought he had retired this year, and then he came out of retirement to play for Spokane in Arizona last week. And then he thought it was a one-game deal, and he decided, you know, I had some fun last week. I want to do this again. It'll be very interesting to see if he is lined up for the umpire next week in Sioux Falls, where he played 6 years and won 6 championships as part of the Sioux Falls Storms dynasty there. First down and 10 umpire at the 18-yard line. Dowdell out of the gun, empty backfield, fires over the middle, another interception. The third of the game for Calhoun, out over the 20 to the 25-yard line, and he is stopped there. Dowdell picked for the 3rd time by James Calhoun, who came into the game with 1 interception, and he got his 3rd of the ball game here. And Dowdell is picked by Calhoun, and Salt Lake City has the ball with 28 and 8/10 seconds, and now a flag comes in late after the play. So the interception will count. My guess is we're going to have unsportsmanlike conduct on Salt Lake City, or a sideline infraction, but it'll be after the pick.
Number 11, unsportsmanlike conduct, putting the ball into the stands. That was after the play, interception stands. First down, Salt Lake.
So a penalty on Salt Lake, and so they'll walk it back from midfield. But in the end, the 3rd turnover of the ball game for Spokane, all of them interceptions. by James Calhoun. I think you can probably, at least at this point in time, give him the Defensive Player of the Week award in the IFL. Win or lose here today. So now Salt Lake City with the ball at their own 13-yard line, first down and 10. They have not turned the ball over. 3 receivers go to the right. Quick throw on a screen to Robinson, 15 to the 20, and is spilled from behind at the 22 by John Hardy Tuliao. And now 2 more flags come in as we have 3 players going nose to nose. J.D. Griggs and Love going nose to nose with Roxas. And I think Roxas may get hit for an illegal block here. T.C. Robinson slow in getting up as he's favoring his right ankle, and on comes the athletic trainer for Spokane. Let's get the call from the referee here. We're down to 10.5 seconds left, third quarter.
Personal foul, late hit, number 52 for the offense. Half the distance to goal, first down.
So Roxas gets hit with the late hit. So it was a gain up to the 22-yard line of 9 yards to Robinson on the pass. But then the penalty goes half the distance to the goal, down to the 11-yard line. And it'll still be first down. It'll be first down and 12 now for Salt Lake City. Now the officials are going to get together. There seems to be some confusion, and now they're going to say second down. Because it was a dead ball penalty, it will be second down, not first. So second down for Salt Lake City. Clock runs, 10 seconds left here, third quarter. Verlon Reed takes the snap. Quarterback draw, hit in the backfield, gets away from Griggs, runs to his right and gets out of bounds at the 10-yard line. And that ends the third quarter of play. Griggs, and now another flag is down after the play. Roxas has his jersey pulled down under his shoulder pad, and he may get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty here at the end of the quarter. A loss of a yard on the run for Verlon Reed, and now we're going to wait and get the penalty clarified before we break for the quarter here. As 3 of our officials are talking in one bunch, 2 of our officials talking in another bunch. And the officials still, now 4 of them are talking together. And now they've come to a quorum or a consensus, and here we go.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 52 of Salt Lake. There'll be half distance to goal, third down.
So there you have it. Roxas, another penalty. Second in a row, and we'll go to the end of the third quarter break. Salt Lake City 23, Spokane 17. This is Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Hey there. Did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you could make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? It's true. According to the 2012 U.S. Census Bureau, college grads with a bachelor's degree make almost twice as much as high school grads. Now, going back to school is easier than ever at Independence University. Log on and complete coursework from the park or the beach, or even your couch watching the kids. And Independence University gives you the tools, a free tablet and laptop for undergrad students to use and keep when they graduate. That's right, get a laptop so you can go to college from anywhere. Take the first step to a new career in business, information technology, healthcare, or graphic arts. Call to find the online degree program that's right for you, and you could be on your way to increasing your earning potential.
800-917-2120. 800-917-2120. That's 800-917-2120.
It's me, your heart. High blood pressure is serious, and if you think I'm just going to keep ticking away, you're wrong. I can quit whenever I want, but I like my job. Just treat me better. Maybe we can do some exercise on occasion. After all, we're in this together.
Don't let your heart quit on you. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late. For help keeping yours at a healthy range, text PRESSURE to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
All right, away we go to the fourth quarter of play, and the penalty after the play on Roxas He had his shoulder pads pulled down to where his shoulder pad was exposed. His jersey was pulled under. And so he was very vehement that somebody should be hit with a penalty for that. And instead, he got hit with a penalty for being vehement. So that goes half the distance to the goal from the 10 back to the 5. And so now it's 3rd and 18 for Salt Lake City. T.C. Robinson is back in the game at defensive back here for Spokane. Out of the gun, Verlon Reed takes the snap back. Pressure coming up the middle from Love. He gets away, runs to his left side. Now fires. The ball's tipped in the air and incomplete. Vacchi out-tipped it, and I think Reed was over the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be an illegal forward pass. Spokane will decline that penalty. And so it'll be 4th down. Here's Mr. Bartlett again. He's getting his lungs are getting a workout here in the last minute.
Illegal forward pass, number 1. Now this is the goal. Also a loss of down.
All right, so it's not declined. It's a loss of down penalty. I should have known that. At any rate, the penalty will go back to the 3-yard line, and so now it'll be 4th down. And Matt Sock wants to talk to his kicker, Josh Wilson, who has come on. Rob Brown is back deep to receive. Robert Brown back deep to receive this field goal try from Wilson. This is coming from about halfway into the end zone. So this is a 62-yard kick. Snap back, spot, kick, end over end short. Robert Brown on the run from the 8-yard line. Now over the 15 to the 20, cuts to his left, 25, flags down, cuts back to his right, makes 3 men miss, gets inside the 20 and is spilled at about the 17. We'll get an illegal block on Spokane. So the umpire will not take over in Salt Lake City territory. Instead, they'll take over back at their own 14-yard line as we'll get another penalty here. As there were actually 2 different flags on, we may have 2 separate penalties here. As there are 2 flags down in opposite spots in the field. And so the officials are talking it over again. I have no problem with officials chatting about it because they want to get it right. So there are a lot of pointing going on right now. Well, we may have 1 foul on each team because the officials are coming over to talk to Coach Shackelford. So it might be offset, re-kick. We'll see. Here's Steve Bartlett to tell us about it.
After the change of possession, personal foul 52 of the kicking team. That penalty has been declined. Spokane block in the back, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, 1st down. Number 91. Yep.
I'm not sure why Spokane would decline the penalty unless that would have forced the re-kick. And the umpire will take over at the 16-yard line here, 1st down and 10, because the penalty was after the play. That should be tacked on to the end of the play here. Now the officials will put it at the 14-yard line. I don't understand. If the personal foul was after the play, that should be, you should walk off 1 penalty and then you should walk off the after the play penalty, shouldn't you? Did I miss something in that translation? The officials having to stop play here because they've got to reset the yard markers because the officials originally spotted the ball at the 16 and now they moved it back to the 14-yard line. We have 14.5 minutes to play here, 4th quarter. Salt Lake City with a 23-17 lead over Spokane. Empty backfield, 3 receivers go to the left. Now we have Coloco on the jet sweep, but instead it's Dowdell as he pulls the ball in, and it becomes the read option, and Dowdell picks up 11 yards and a 1st down. Coloco, one of the motion men from the right side, comes back to the left in the jet sweep motion, and it turned into the read option. And Dowdell read the end, pulled the ball out, and took off, and gains the 11 on the ground. So Dowdell with 11-yard rushing gain. And it's 1st and 10 with the ball now nose to midfield. Outside the right hash, 2 receivers split to either side. Dowdell takes the shotgun snap, chest high, gets pressured out of the pocket, and it's going to be sacked. Jerome McElroy, in his first game, gets his first sack. And he throws Dowdell for the loss back to the 19-yard line, a loss of 6 yards. I have it as the first sack of the game, but they gave Salt Lake City a sack in the first half on the official stats when Dowdell tripped over the feet of Devin Brown on the jet sweep, and he stumbled backwards, even though he was not touched by a player until he was on the ground. 2nd and 16 now for the Empire at their own 19. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Dowdell to throw, pressure down the middle, chucks it down the field, and it's incomplete, looking for Sam Charles. We have a flag down in the secondary, contact between Charles and Calhoun, and this may be offensive interference. We'll see. It's interference on one squad or the other. As it looked like Charles pushed Calhoun out of the way. We'll see. We have 2 flags.
Holding, defense. That penalty has been declined. Pass interference, defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Oh, all right. So pass interference on the defense. 2 penalties on the defense there. And so that's going to give Spokane a first down, as the penalty will get walked to the 16-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Spokane at the Salt Lake City 16. Screaming Eagles 23, Empire 17. We're inside of 13 minutes remaining to play here in the 4th quarter. Brian Prey will be the stationary receiver to the left side. Charles will be in motion. Brown is stationary to the right. Coloco will be in motion. Let's see if he does the jet sweep motion. He will. And he gets the fake. Dowdell will keep it on the read option. He gets down to the 10-yard line. Compton, along with Falanuku, they're on the stop for Salt Lake City, but a gain of 6 on the read option to Dowdell. Second straight good play for Spokane, faking that jet sweep to Coloco. And then running the read option as Dowdell pulls it out, pulls the ball out of Coloco's belly and takes off with it for a gain of 6 yards. 2nd and 4 now at the Screaming Eagle 10. Again, 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. Charles on the left, Brown on the right will be the motion man. Back to throw Dowdell over the middle, incomplete. And again, not a good pass from Dowdell that time. He saw pressure coming from Calhoun and got happy feet and didn't set and deliver the pass. He kind of floated it into the middle of the field and led Brown too far. Incomplete. And so now 3rd and 4 for Spokane at the Salt Lake City 10. Dowdell's had a rough day. 3 interceptions, 2 here in the second half. I have him at 12 completions in 24 throws for 100 yards, 1 touchdown. Empty backfield. 2 stationary receivers on the left, 2 motion men on the right. Dowdell to throw, pump fake. Has time, now pressured out. Now he's going to be sacked. All the way back at the 20-yard line. You can't take that sack. All the way back at the 18. It's a loss of 8 yards. And so it's going to be 4th down now for Spokane and 12 yards to go. So Dowdell sacked for the 3rd time in the game. As they had a meeting at the quarterback, 2 or 3 guys all over him there. And Spokane will take a timeout here on 4th down and 12 at the Salt Lake City 18, trailing 23-17, and we'll take a timeout. Back after this break. 10:49 remaining. This is Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
After every home game, the Spokane Empire football team will join up with fans at one of the Buffalo Wild Wing locations for the Spokane Empire post-game party. This week, the party will be held at the Northtown Mall Buffalo Wild Wings. Come celebrate with the players and coaches after the game and enjoy great food, beverages, and a variety of fun. All ages are welcome. Buffalo Wild Wings at the Northtown Mall is the place to be after this week's Spokane Empire home game. We'll see you there.
A tradition in sports is that long, hard bus trip. But you can get a comfortable, dependable trip by calling Alpha Omega Tours and Charters. They're leading the way in charter service, offering deluxe ground transportation that is relaxed, comfortable, and reliable. In fact, they're the official charter service of the Spokane Empire. For scenic tours to airport transfers, corporate travel to party groups. Find out more online at alphaomegatoursandcharters.com or 509-299-5595. Any group, any place, any time, you can rely on Alpha Omega.
Savings accounts might sound boring. At STCU, we think they just need better names, like Happy Anniversary We're Skipping Town account, or Which Kid Put This Hole in the Wall account. Because when you have cash to pay for fun or to fix stuff, now that's exciting. And when you're earning great dividends on that cash, well, STCU's First 5 Savings account offers 5.09% on your first $500. Visit us or open an account today at stcu.org. And welcome to Thrillsville. STCU is federally insured by NCUA.
So a big fourth down for Spokane. 4th down and 12. Spokane at the Salt Lake City 18-yard line. But this offense has just all kinds of struggled in this ball game. Credit Salt Lake City with a good defensive game plan. Spokane will have 3 receivers out to the left side. And Coloco will be in the backfield with Dowdell. So Charles will be the stationary receiver in the center. And it'll be Prey on the outside near the boards and Brown on the inside. That'll be the motion man. Dowdell out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops the ball, picks it up, runs to the right side, fires it end zone, knocked away, looking for Prey, incomplete. Kelvin Lee got back there, is able to knock that one away as Prey at the corner of the end zone where it starts to curl in. Was trying to get that ball, could not do it. Incomplete pass. 4-down stop for Salt Lake City. Spokane's in trouble with 10:43 remaining to play. Timeout on the field. We'll take another break. Our score still Salt Lake City 23, Spokane 17. This is Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Patchen and Lukens, weekdays at 3.
Text us if you've got a spot in our area where you think they have the best donuts. And Steve says he doesn't care about stuff that's not here anymore.
You know, Gresham, Oregon used to have one. They don't now. Don't tell me what they used to. Sure, Burien used to have one, and Renton used to have one, and Spokane used to have one. We don't have one anymore. Shut up.
Weekdays at 3.
All right, welcome back. Salt Lake City with a football. 1st down and 10 at their own 18-yard line here. And a score makes this a 2-score game in the last half of the 4th quarter. Jet sweep motion. They fake it to Marshall. Reed forced out of his pocket, run into the left, gets over the 20 to the 25 and is out of bounds. He puts the ball over the dasher boards. They'll put it at the 24-yard line. Salt Lake City's own 24 for a gain of 6 for Reed. But again, good pressure by Spokane forces Reed out of the pocket. The defense is playing good enough to win this ball game. They've only allowed 16 points. It's the offense that has just been awful in this game. 3 receivers go to the right side. 2nd and 4 for the Screaming Eagles at their own 23. Reed out of the gun. A little screen set up for Dotson, and he is spun around. Dot knocked down, now is knocked down. Hardy Tuliau again. Had him initially, spun him around, he got away. And then it was Nick Haig and Tuliau coming back, grabbing at the feet that were able to bring Dotson down back at the 18-yard line. That's a loss of 5 yards. Actually, a loss of 6 yards on the play, so it'll be 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 at their own 18 now for Salt Lake City. 3 receivers to the right, one or to the left rather, one to the right. Reed has time, fires over the middle, and it's dropped by Robinson. He was wide open, nobody within 5 yards of him as he found an open seam in the zone, and the ball hit him right between the hands and fell away incomplete. That should have been a great 1st down play for Salt Lake City, but instead Robinson drops it. And so now they'll bring the field goal unit on. And we'll see how young Mr. Wilson can do with a long-distance field goal here. This is going to be a 47-yard attempt. Well, let's see where they put it at. They will put it at the 11-yard line. So this is going to be a 47-yard field goal attempt here. Robert Brown is back deep. High snap. They just do get it down. Here's the kick. And this is going to hook to the left and be no good. A high snap. And the holder, Rashad Green, held that standing as he had to get out of his stance, out of his crouch to snag that ball, and then he held it while he was still standing, and Wilson got a good kick away for such a tough opportunity there, but the kick is no good. We'll take another timeout on the field. 8:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Salt Lake City 23, Spokane 17. Back after this timeout as you're listening to Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Did you know there are other signs of rosacea besides facial redness, bumps and pimples, and visible blood vessels? Other signs include burning, stinging or swelling of the face, even enlargement of the nose. Rosacea can also affect the eyes, causing a bloodshot appearance and irritation that could lead to vision loss. If you have any sign of rosacea, see a dermatologist and ask about advances in treatment, or visit the National Rosacea Society at rosacea.org.
Well, the Empire defense gives the offense another opportunity here. Spokane will take over at their 5-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go. Join us every Tuesday at the Swinging Doors. We talk to Coach Shack and break down the game from tonight, and we'll look forward to the Salt Lake City game as well. All season long, the Swinging Doors hosting the live coaches shows Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. And now, thanks to Bud Light, the coaches show is even better. Every time you come to the Swinging Doors for a coaches show or for an away game watch party, you'll get a chance to enter to win a 2-person set of Bud Light Stadium seats they'll be giving away at the end of the season. Plus 32-ounce Bud Lights on sale, $6.50 during both the coaches shows and the away game watch parties. That's at the Swinging Doors in North Spokane. First down, quick throw out. The ball caught by Muku Koloko. And he races up the right side board, short of the 10-yard line. McElroy, the linebacker, knocks him out against the dasher boards at the 9. That's a 4-yard passing gain to Koloko. And it's 2nd and 6 for the Empire. Down to 8 minutes remaining to play in this one. 3 receivers go to the left side. 1 man wide right. Again, an empty backfield for Dowdell. Takes a chest-high snap, looks to the left. Pressure, nobody open. Now heaves it deep down the right side into the end zone looking for Brown, and the pass well overthrown. Incomplete. And so it'll be 3rd down and 6 yards to go. The game not necessarily hinging on this possession, but Spokane really needs a touchdown. They can't turn it over on downs here deep in their territory, and to expect the defense to keep bailing them out here time after time. 3 men go to the left side, 1 man wide to the right here. Dowdell takes a low snap, has time, fires the ball to the left boards, high, incomplete. Pressure from the middle linebacker that time. McElroy, he has caused havoc, and Charles just has not been able to anticipate that rushing linebacker, and he's just firing the ball, and he's not really planning his feet. He just is seeing the pressure, and he's just chucking it. So now 4th and 6 at the 9-yard line. The center, Pinnock, has had his hands full with Howtow in the middle. So now 4th and 6, empty backfield. Dowdell takes the snap, fades back again, pressure over the middle, throws, finds Devin Brown at the 20-yard line. Calhoun hits him, but Brown hangs on. Nice throw by Dowdell. Beautiful job by Brown to sit down in the curl route right at the 20, and that's a pickup for a first down of 11 yards. So Devin Brown with an 11-yard reception there, his fourth catch of the game unofficially, and the Empire have it 1st and 10 at their own 20, and they convert on 4th down. Now 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Charles on the left, Prey on the right will be the motion men. And they do the sweep, and it's Coloco actually on the jet sweep, running to the left side, and he gets to the 23-yard line, it looks like. I thought it was Prey, but it was Coloco. 7 instead of 2 on the as the motion man from the offensive right side, and he ran that jet sweep motion in front of Dowdell, and that time Charles gave it to him, and Coloco picks up 7 yards on the jet sweep to the Salt Lake City 23. Second down, 3 yards now for the Empire. Coloco to Dowdell's left in the backfield. 3 receivers, 1 left, 2 right. Dowdell to throw quickly. Left boards caught Devin Brown, and he is tackled immediately. His helmet ripped off his head there as he is brought down by Ed Burns. But it's a first down for the Empire. A little 4-yard pass to Devin Brown. So 4 yards on that play, and a first down for Spokane at the Salt Lake City 19. Clock running inside of 5 minutes remaining in the game. Salt Lake City 23, Spokane 17. 1st and 10 Empire at the Screaming Eagle 19. Toss sweep right side. Coloco to the corner. Gets to the 15 and is knocked out against the dasher boards. As he crosses the 15, gets to the 14, maybe to the 13. We'll see where they put him. Gain of 5, maybe 6 yards, and brings up second down. Calhoun over there, among others, on the stop. Gain of 5 to the 14-yard line. Coloco unofficially 45 yards rushing in this ballgame on 10 carries, according to my figures. Now an empty backfield for Dowdell. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Prey on the left, Charles on the right, up the boards in motion. Back to throw Dowdell. Pressure coming. Fires it out, but again did not throw off his back foot. He just heaved it, looking for Coloco on the sidelines as Calhoun was coming. Charles didn't move, didn't do anything. He just fired that ball almost like a panic to get it out of there. So now 3rd down and 5 at the 14-yard line. McElroy is causing all kinds of problems. As I said, Howtow at 345 pounds is keeping Pinnock occupied. And so now 3rd and 5, again an empty backfield. Dowdell takes a good snap, fires it out quickly, has a catch, and then it's dropped on the boards. Incomplete pass. Brian Prey with his second drop of the game. He says he caught it and then dropped it trying to transfer it, but it's incomplete. That doesn't happen often. It's happened twice in this game, and that's Prey dropping a pass as he was open and had a first down. So now 4th and 5 for the Empire. We're down to 3:05 remaining to play in the game. Salt Lake City 23, Spokane 17. Last time Prey dropped one, they went back to him, and he caught a touchdown pass. Let's see if Dowdell tries to find him again here. 3 men go to the... Nope, now 2 players go to either side. And Dowdell to throw. Fires it deep, looking for Prey. End zone. He got it. Touchdown, Empire. Well, Prey dropped one. He got that one. Then he goes, sits underneath the goal post with the ultimate 9th man there. And it's a touchdown for Brian Prey, his second of the game as he hauls that one in. And the Empire have tied this one up at 23. And the clock is running at 2:15 now remaining to play. So Prey gets his second receiving touchdown of the contest, as Dowdell finds him with that passing touchdown. And now the point after to put Spokane in the lead. Garcia, new on the scene, as Craig Peterson has been signed with the CFL team. Here's the snap back. The ball is spotted. The kick is right down the middle. And the Empire have the lead with 1:50 remaining to play in the ball game. And now it's up to the defense. Spokane has 2 timeouts left. Salt Lake has all 3 timeouts left. Salt Lake just needs a field goal for the lead. And they have plenty of time with 1:50 remaining to play in this one. So Dowdell to pray for the second time in the game. And the point after puts the Empire on top by the score of 24-23. And with that touchdown, another $100 donation goes from Spokane Teachers Credit Union to the Children's Miracle Network and the Touchdown for Kids program. All season long at home, with every touchdown the Empire score, STCU will donate $100 to the Children's Miracle Network. You can donate too. Click on the Credit Union for Kids logo on the homepage of SpokaneEmpire.com. Donate $1, $2, whatever you can afford, $5, whatever, per touchdown this season is home as well. And so far in this game, STCU has donated $300 to touchdowns for kids. And with the Empire now getting into the 20s, that means next week you'll have at least 20% off your pizza order online at papajohns.com. Enter the coupon code EMPIRE1 for that 20% discount. If the Empire can score again, you get 30%. Here's a line drive kick that is touched by one of the up men and fallen on. And Salt Lake City is going to get it in field goal territory at the Spokane 15-yard line. That's not what Spokane wanted there. It was a low line drive kick that was touched by one of the up men and batted down at the 15-yard line, and Salt Lake's able to fall on it. And so the Screaming Eagles already in field goal position, as even if they don't gain a yard, they're at a 30-yard attempt right here, which should be kicked even in this league with the narrow goalposts. See if the defense can rise up for a big stop. Clock counting down. 1:35 remaining to play. Spokane 24, Salt Lake 23. Three receivers go right, one to the left. Reed to throw. Looking left, pressured out by Haig. Running to the right, and heaves it out of bounds, incomplete. Good play by Reed. He avoided the sack, got outside the pocket, and threw it away. Something Dowdell did not do earlier in the game. They cost Spokane. They end up turning it over on downs. And we go to the 1-minute warning. 1 minute remaining to play. We'll take our 1-minute timeout. Spokane 24, Salt Lake City 23. This is Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
What's not to love about a classic A&W root beer float? And now, for a limited time, get any size float for just $2. Made fresh root beer, creamy vanilla soft serve, only $2 at your local A&W.
Get one now for yourself, your best friend, or the coworker in the cubicle next to you. A&W root beer floats bring joy, and for just $2, you can pick one up today. Just stop by either of our Spokane area A&W locations. No coupon necessary. Hurry in.
At participating restaurants, prices may vary, tax extra.
Paul Mitchell, the School of Spokane, is the official partner of the Spokane Empire dance team. The girls are always looking great because of them. They can make our fans look great too, including the guys. The school is open during the week, offering great deals like $5 men's haircuts and $10 haircut and shave deals. And lady fans, upstyles and complimentary makeup with every service will truly make your big night one for the photo album. Ever thought about a career in the beauty industry? Contact an admissions leader at Paul Mitchell, the School of Spokane, to schedule a tour today.
Spokane Sport and Spine is the new South Hill clinic for Dr. Ryan Johnson, focusing on musculoskeletal injuries as well as specializing in sports performance. As a former college football player, he prides himself in over 7 years of continuous work with area athletes, as well as team chiropractor for the Spokane Empire. Spokane Sport and Spine is passionate about improving your health and performance. Dr. Johnson is certified by the Titleist Performance Institute for golf swing assessment. Call today at 509-868-0458. That's 868-0458. Hashtag GoSeeSP3.
Salt Lake City comes back. They run the jet sweep to Ellingston, and he gets down to the 13-yard line for a gain of a couple of yards. And Spokane calls a timeout. They're down to 1 remaining, but it's third down for Salt Lake City. 3rd and 8 at the 13-yard line. Spokane will have to, if they can stop Salt Lake City here, they'll have to spend their last timeout unless it's an incomplete pass. But if Salt Lake City if they can complete a pass in the field of play, or if they run the ball again, then they can force Spokane to try to use their last timeout and try to kick a field goal to take the lead in the game. 3rd and 8, empty backfield for Verlon Reed, the quarterback. He'll throw, looking to the right, throwing. It's batted down. Harold Love at the line of scrimmage, and so that stops the clock with 48 and 3/10 seconds remaining. And so now Matt Sox got a decision to make. And he's going to kick a field goal. This will be a 28-yard attempt. But Spokane's still going to have a lot of time and a timeout, even if they make this field goal. So a big stop right there with the pass deflected by Harold Love. So now a 29-yard attempt. Death Valley ain't what it used to be a few years ago, but it's still pretty loud. Here's a high snap, ball spotted. Here's the kick, and it is no good. He missed it to the left side. And so now Spokane, Salt Lake City still has all 3 timeouts, so this game isn't over. 43 and 9/10 seconds remaining. So Spokane still has to get a first down to ice this game. So the missed 29-yard field goal, it's still 24-23, but the Empire can't play this safe. They'll take over at their 5-yard line here. If Spokane can gain yardage on each of the 3 plays but don't make a first down, they'd be able to at least make Salt Lake City use their timeouts, but the Screaming Eagles would still have probably in the neighborhood of 25 seconds remaining. They wouldn't have any timeouts, but again, all they need right now is a field goal. So Spokane needs a first down here. If they get a first down, they should be able to win this game. 1st and 10 at their own 5 following the field goal miss. All 3 receivers go to the right side. Coloco is to Dowdell's left in the backfield. And Coloco gets, nope, it's a fake. Dowdell runs off the left side and gets knocked out against the dasher boards up at the 13-yard line, but that stops the clock. They're not going to have to use a timeout here. But Dowdell gains 9, running the read option. Charles faked to Coloco and took off up the left side and gains 9, but the clock stopped when he went out against the dasher boards with 38 and a half seconds remaining to play here. But it's 2nd and 1 now for the Empire. Down to 10 on the play clock as the Empire break the huddle. An empty backfield here, but Coloco is the inside man to the right. I'm guessing the jet sweep motion. That's what it is. They give it to him, and Coloco up the middle has a first down. They pry at the football, but Muku gets up to the 20-yard line for a gain of 6 and a first down. So the Empire get the first down. Now Salt Lake City has to use a timeout to stop the clock, and they do. So now they have 2 remaining. There's 32 and 9/10 seconds. So again, if you run 2 more offensive plays here that gain yardage, you have to gain yardage. It can be just a few inches, but you have to gain yardage. You can make Salt Lake use their last 2 timeouts. That would take probably 8 or 9 seconds off the clock, 10 maybe. So you're looking at, somewhere 23, 24 seconds probably remaining with 3rd down then coming. Then if you can gain yardage again, you can run out the clock. But now the key will be gaining yardage on every play. If there's an incomplete pass or if you have no gain or a loss of yards, the clock stops and the defense doesn't have to use a timeout. Jonah Austin is in the game. He's playing for Bill Laval on the right side of the offensive line here. Dowdell now under center. Takes the snap, moves it ahead on a quarterback sneak, spins, gets over the 20, 15, 10, 5 into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown Empire. On a quarterback sneak. I don't know if that was designed by Salt Lake City or not, where they just let him run it in. They didn't really contest it very much. The quarterback sneak. Dowdell scores from 30 yards out on the sneak. And now the Empire will try the point after to get him an 8-point lead in this one. So Charles Dowdell, the rushing touchdown, he is one to gain 2, 3, 4 yards, but Salt Lake really didn't put up a lot of resistance there. They tried chasing him down at the end, but Dowdell scores his 8th rushing touchdown of the year, and it's 30-23 with 24 seconds left. And now the PAT for Garcia to try to make it an 8-point game where he can't get beat, at least not in regulation time. Here's the kick. It is good. This is why I believe that was an engineered play by the Salt Lake defense. They could not stop the clock without getting Spokane at a loss of yardage situation. So why not let them score? Now Salt Lake City has 24 seconds and 2 timeouts to get a touchdown. So I think they let them score on that one. I really do. A couple of guys tried to chase Charles down at the end, but there wasn't a lot of resistance put up early in that run. Hey, the next home game is Friday, May 12th. It's ladies' night. Drink specials for ladies all night long, and the first 1,000 women to the game will get free flowers thanks to Spokane Organics. It'll be the first time also that the old rivals, the Arizona Rattlers from the AFL days, will be in Spokane as a member of the IFL. So come out, join us for that game. Welcome Kevin Guy back to town. He's the guy fans love to hate. And the game starts at 7 o'clock on Friday, May 12th. For ticket information, go online, ticketswest.com or SpokaneEmpire.com. You can also call the Empire on Monday at 242-7462. Garcia's got the ball on the tee. Let's see if he can get it by the up man this time if he kicks off. Here's the boot. Line drive downfield. It bounces, picked up by the up man. Calhoun at the 11. He takes it out over the 20, cuts back to the 25, inside the 20, down to the 15. It'll be stopped. They'll put him actually at the 16-yard line. Now that took better than 9 seconds off the clock, but Calhoun with a good return. He's been the player of this game with 3 picks, 1 for a touchdown, and then that nice return. He made another big defensive play earlier in the game as well with a tackle. And so Salt Lake City takes it at the Spokane 16-yard line here. They have 14.6 seconds and 2 timeouts. So they can throw it short into the middle of the field here, or they can run it with Reed and still stop the clock. They've got probably 3 plays and maybe 4. Empty backfield for Reed. Stationary receivers on the left, motion men on the right. Haig with the blitz coming. Reed moves to his right, fires downfield. It's caught. Mahina going to the ground inside the 5-yard line, down at the 4. T.C. Robinson there to cover him, but a gain of 11. Check it, 12. And it's a first down for the Screaming Eagles. First down and goal to go, down to 7.7 seconds. And I think that clock, they should put some time on that clock, I would think. That play did not use 7 seconds almost. Devin Mahina, his 3rd catch of the game.
Timeout, Salt Lake, for 2nd of the half.
Now are they going to put time back on the clock? I think I didn't see it exactly, but there's no way that play used almost 7 seconds. But evidently, they're not going to put any time back on the clock. Calhoun's done everything defensively. Now he's running the water bottles out onto the field. Let's see. Here's the referee again.
Please make the clock read 8.0.
Well, they only put 3/10 back on. I thought they'd put... Well, he did get pressured out and ran out there a little bit, so that might be pretty accurate. So 8 seconds remaining now, so they'll have basically 2 shots to tie the game from the 4-yard line. And Reed can run. So if he wants to take off here and get stopped short of the end zone, they can still take a timeout. Reed to throw, pressure coming, steps up, he will run to the right, now throws in the end zone. That ball is caught for a touchdown. Dotson once again, his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, makes it a 31-29 game. Then he threw the ball into the crowd. Let's see if that's a penalty. It's going to be. That is a crucial penalty on Salt Lake City. You can't throw the ball into the crowd like that on a touchdown celebration. And so that's going to mean the 2-point conversion is going to come from outside the 10-yard line. And Dotson was just holding his hands to his head. As soon as he did it, he knew he screwed up. Now the officials are talking it over. A flag came in there. It was a 4-yard passing touchdown from Reed to Dotson. For the third time in the game, those guys hook up. So now it's 31-29. Dotson very upset with himself as the officials continue to talk. We're down to 2 seconds remaining in regulation time. And here comes our referee, Steve Bartlett.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 21 of the defense, scoring team, putting the ball into the stands after the play. Be a 15-yard penalty.
And so now the 2-point conversion will come from the 18-yard line, not from the 3, or from the 2.5, actually. It'll come from outside the 17. So Reed's third passing touchdown, the 4-yard pass to Dotson. With 2 seconds remaining, the officials mark it at the 18-yard line, and so now Coach Sock's got to dial up a 2-point conversion from 18 yards to try to tie this ball game up. This hasn't been the prettiest game, but it's been entertaining. I mean, it's especially down the end here. It's been, tight throughout. Our next broadcast next Saturday from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the Empire and the Storm, the 2 first-place teams in the IFL. 4:30 for the pregame, 5:05 for the kickoff from the Denny Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls. Only meeting of the teams in the regular season. And so now another timeout's going to be taken here. This by Spokane. As Coach Marquise Liverpool wanted to see what Salt Lake City was going to come out as in what formation, and now he's drawing up something different as he has his entire defense around him. And let's see if Matt Sock changes the play. He's talking to Reed, or check it, he's talking to Robinson. Now he's talking to Reed. Matt Sock's doing a great job here in Salt Lake City. This is a team that's been improving, and they have given Spokane all they've wanted in each of the games so far this season. Salt Lake City's players want more noise. They're encouraging the fans to get louder. 2-point conversion to tie. 3 receivers go to the right. Back to throw. Reed, pressure, guns it into the end zone jump ball situation. That ball is knocked away, incomplete. And the Empire have hung on. There are still 2 seconds remaining in the game, and now a flag comes down after the play. So he just had to heave a jump ball as the Empire had great pressure on, and the ball was knocked away. And I think it was Haig that knocked it down. Either Haig or Vacquiao got in there to knock it down, and the pass incomplete. So the Empire still lead 31-29. But we did have a flag after the play, so let's see what this is all about. Man, there's been a ton of penalties down the stretch here. The officials talking it over. There are 2 flags down, one at the 22-yard line of Spokane, the other at the Spokane 3. So let's see.
We have 2 fouls on the play, both after the play was over. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 21, removing his helmet, slamming it to the ground. And he's been disqualified. Spokane, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 99, removing his helmet. The penalty is offset. We'll have a kickoff. We will have a kickoff.
All right, so there will be a kickoff. No word on whether Love is disqualified. So now Salt Lake City will kick it off. They'll try an onside kick. The best they can hope for is to recover the onside kick and for there to be a fraction of a second remaining. And then they could try a Hail Mary to win the ball game. Or they could try a field goal to win the ball game. But that all is dependent on whether there'd be a fraction of a second remaining. Neither team has a timeout. So the onside kick is coming. And if they can recover it without the ball hitting the offensive player, they'll have an opportunity to get some time, because the clock doesn't start until the ball is touched after it goes 10 yards. So if they can recover this without the umpire touching it, the clock technically, I mean, it'll start once it's touched, but if they go to the ground with it, they can do that within 2 seconds. See where they try this onside kick. They try to dribble it up the middle of the field. It hits one of the Empire players before 10 yards. It's covered by one of the Salt Lake City players. This ball should be Salt Lake City's football. Now, the time ran out. One of the Spokane players touched it before it hit 10 yards, but that means the ball is live. You can hit it. If the kick receiving team goes up to get the football and muffs it, then that ball is live. Then they've got to look as whether there should be time on the clock. Here's our referee.
2 seconds ran off the clock. The game is over.
So they say that the clock ran out and the game is over. So I think Salt Lake City recovered that ball legally, but when the ball hit Bill Baval, the clock started running, and by the time the ball was covered and the ball was down, the game was over. What an ending. Wow. Spokane 31, Salt Lake City 29. The Empire survive and advance. Back with a postgame after this timeout here on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
You've been listening to Spokane Empire Football on 700 ESPN. Stay tuned now for an in-depth look at today's game. The Spokane Empire Postgame Show is coming up next.
Hi, I'm Mike McVeigh from McVeigh Brothers Siding and Windows. And over the past 60 years, I believe our competitive edge has been selling the best brands made today, like Pella Windows, the Coeur d'Alene Window Company, James Hardy Fiber Cement, and Edco Steel Siding at the most aggressive prices in the market today. So if you're looking for the winning team to improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home, call McVeigh Brothers Siding and Windows today.
McVeigh Brothers Siding and Windows, we're working for you.
Patchen and Lukens, weekdays at 3.
The last Sag who's left turned the lights off at the McCarthy Athletic Center.
Let's say Williams is back next year, and I think that's a good bet anyway. 14 guys who dressed for them last year, 7 are gone. Half the guys who dressed for games last year are not going to be back.
Patchen and Lukens, weekdays at 3 on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Each year, more than 500,000 abused and neglected children are removed from their homes and thrust into foster care. They are more likely to face homelessness, unemployment, even prison as adults. Fortunately, there's an organization changing that. CASA, Court-Appointed Special Advocates. By speaking up for these children in court, CASA volunteers help find safe, permanent homes where they can thrive. Be a powerful voice in a child's life. Be a CASA volunteer. Call 477-2469. Training begins soon.
Welcome to today's Spokane Empire Postgame Show with your host, Larry Weir.
Well, it wasn't artistic. It wasn't a thing of beauty, but it's a win. A win is a win is a win is a win, and you never turn one of those back in sports. And the Empire get the victory here in this one, 31-29. Let's recap this ball game. Early on, we had no score at the end of the first quarter of play. Spokane turned it over on downs, their first possession. Salt Lake City missed a 24-yard field goal on their first possession. Spokane couldn't move. They tried a 54-yard field goal. That was no good. It was run back all the way to the Spokane 5, but Salt Lake City called for a penalty. So instead of taking it to the Spokane 5, they had it at their own 5. And then the Spokane's defense got a turnover on downs as Andrew Jackson deflected a pass on 4th down and Spokane got the ball at the Salt Lake 11. They could only get a 20-yard field goal out of it from the new kicker, Brendan Garcia, as Craig Peterson has moved on to the CFL, and so it's 3-0 Spokane. Salt Lake answered back a 10-yard passing touchdown from Verlon Reed to Jawan Dotson. Point after good, it was 7-3. Spokane, with their only touchdown of the first half, Dowdell Dupre, a 5-yard passing touchdown. Point after no good, that made it 9-7. A field goal for Salt Lake City's Josh Wilson, that put them on top 10-9. Spokane driving just before the end of the half, but pass intercepted by James Calhoun at the goal line. And the first half ran out with Salt Lake City leading by the score of 10-9. Screaming Eagles had the ball to start the second half of play, and their first drive of the second half ended like their second drive of the first half, as Andrew Jackson came in there and got a stop on fourth down. Here's the snap. Reed will run to the left side, hemmed in, cuts back to his right, breaks a tackle, still hemmed in, and is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Andrew Jackson. They brought Ben Calhoun in as a lead blocker, as that was a run, a designed run to the left side for Verlon Reed, but Spokane's right side of their defense broke it down, and Reed had to reverse back, and he got stopped by Jackson for no gain. Timeout on the field. 12. And so that gave Spokane the ball, but they could not take advantage. In fact, Salt Lake City got a pick six. James Calhoun again, a ball that he initially deflected up into the air. It bounced toward, it deflected off him back toward the line of scrimmage. One of the Salt Lake City defensive linemen tried to catch it. It bounced off his hands up into the air. Calhoun able to run back underneath it again, and he takes it in roughly 15 yards for a touchdown. And Salt Lake City took a 17-9 lead after the point after. Spokane's offense was having a hard time getting out of its own way. They took over at midfield, though, and Muku Koloko gave him a touchdown run that cut the lead to 2. Koloko, the running back, Dowdell and the shotgun. Koloko to his left. Here's a toss sweep. Koloko to the left side, trying to get to the corner, is pushed out against the dasher boards by Calhoun right at about the line of scrimmage. Mania Smith was out there trying to lead the way. A couple of guys who are a little long in the tooth out there competing against each other. Ciante Williams, 35 years old. He's played in the NFL, NFL Europe, CFL, AFL, and now IFL. He's the defensive end for Salt Lake City. Mania Smith at 35 years old, an 8-time champion here in the IFL. 2 years in Billings and 6 in Sioux Falls out there going up against him. So now third down for Spokane and a yard to go. Here's the handoff. Koloko off the left side, breaking a tackle, driving into the end zone. Does he get there? Yes, touchdown, Empire. Muku Koloko on the run off the left side, following Mania Smith there. Takes it into the end zone for the score, a 6-yard rushing touchdown, and the Empire is back to within 2 with 8.5 minutes remaining to play in the third quarter for Muku Koloko. That is rushing touchdown number 6 this year. All right, so you got a bonus play there too. And the Empire tied the game as Brian Prey caught a 2-point conversion pass from Charles Dowdell, so we were even at 17. Salt Lake City answered, though, a beautiful 47-yard drive. Reed to Jawan Dotson, an 18-yard passing touchdown. Point after no good, 23-17. Spokane gets the ball back. Dowdell intercepted by James Calhoun for the third time in the game. Gave the ball back to Salt Lake City, but the Empire defense gets the stop, a missed field goal. Spokane gets it back. They turn it over on down. Salt Lake City misses a 47-yard field goal, so it's still 23-17. And then Spokane gets the touchdown that ties the game right here from Charles Dowdell to Brian Prey. Dowdell with a throw. Fires it deep, looking for Prey. End zone. He got it. Touchdown, Empire. Well, Prey dropped one. He got that one. Then he goes, sits underneath the goal post with the ultimate ninth man there. And it's a touchdown for Brian Prey, his second of the game as he hauls that one in. And the Empire have tied this one up at 23, and the clock is running at 2:15 now remaining to play. That was our Patera connection to the game. Patera, the official internet service sponsor of the Spokane Empire. So Dowdell to Prey there, the point after kicked by Garcia. That made it 24-23. Salt Lake gets the ball back. Harold Love bats down a pass at the line of scrimmage. On third down, sets up a field goal try for Salt Lake City from 29 yards. Would have put them ahead. They missed it. So it's still 24-23 Spokane. They had the ball, an opportunity to run out the clock, and I think it was the old parting of the gates here as Charles Dowdell takes in his first rushing touchdown of the game. Dowdell now under center. Takes the snap, moves it ahead on a quarterback sneak, spins, gets over the 20, 15, 10, 5 into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown Empire. On a quarterback sneak. I don't know if that was designed by Salt Lake City or not, where they just let him run it in. They didn't really contest it very much. The quarterback sneak. Dowdell scores from 30 yards out on the sneak. And now the Empire will try the point after to give them an 8-point lead in this one. Why I think that was probably allowed by Salt Lake City is they really didn't have a chance to get the ball back unless Spokane scored. And so I think they just kind of put up token pressure there. And then they got the ball back with 24 seconds remaining, trailing by 8. They needed a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. They got it down to about 8 seconds remaining in the game. Verlon Reed, a 4-yard pass to Jawan Dotson, the third time they hooked up in the ball game. That touchdown coming with 2 seconds remaining, made it 31-29. They went for a 2-point conversion, except Dotson got called for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for throwing the ball into the stands after scoring. You can't do that. So instead of a point after try from the 3, it came from the 18. And here was the play that either was going to tie the game or ensure the Empire's third straight win. 2-point conversion to tie. 3 receivers go to the right. Back to throw. Reed, pressure, guns it into the end zone jump ball situation. That ball is knocked away, incomplete. And the Empire have hung on. There are still 2 seconds remaining in the game, and now a flag comes down. And so the flags ended up offsetting. The point after was no good, and the Empire get the victory by the score of 31-29. They improved to 7-2. Salt Lake City loses for the 7th consecutive time, but this is an improving football team. You can see it. Coach Sock's going to have a pretty good squad in his hands if he can keep everybody in it here in the last half of the season. Back with more of our postgame after this timeout. Empire 31, Salt Lake City 29. This is Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Join the Spokane Empire and 700 ESPN live at the Swinging Doors every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. for the Empire Coaches Show with Coach Shaq and player guests. Get the latest news and updates from the team, listen to exclusive interviews, and get inside access with the players each week. Come early, get a good seat, and take advantage of happy hour specials between 3 and 6. Also, come hungry, because every Tuesday is Steak and Bake Night at the Swinging Doors. Don't miss the Spokane Empire Coaches Show every Tuesday at the Swinging Doors.
After every home game, the Spokane Empire football team will join up with fans at one of the Buffalo Wild Wing locations for the Spokane Empire post-game party. This week, the party will be held at the Northtown Mall Buffalo Wild Wings. Come celebrate with the players and coaches after the game and enjoy great food, beverages, and a variety of fun. All ages are welcome. Buffalo Wild Wings at the Northtown Mall is the place to be after this week's Spokane Empire home game. We'll see you there.
This is Coach Adam Shackle for the Spokane Empire. Because of our players' long hours preparing for games and traveling around the country, we have partnered with Spokane House Cleaners this season. Spokane House Cleaners specializes in cleaning homes top to bottom, and thanks to them cleaning our players' homes this season, the guys can focus their energy on being their best on the field and in the Spokane community. Spokane House Cleaners is our #1 choice for house cleaning. You should try them too. Find their contact info on our website, SpokaneEmpire.com.
World-class orthopedic care is closer than you might think. With 3 locations throughout Spokane, Northwest Orthopedic Specialists is there for you when you need them. They offer joint replacement, interventional pain management, and treatment for injuries or conditions of the shoulder to ankle and everything in between. To schedule an appointment, call 888-660-2663. That's 888-660-2663. Northwest Orthopedic Specialists, delivering excellence.
Dennis Patchen and Rick Lucas, the 2 biggest names in local sports.
You are entitled to your opinion.
Weekdays at 3 on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM. Now more of the Spokane Empire postgame show.
All right, welcome back here to Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. Let's get to the stats in this ball game. Salt Lake City, 27 rushing yards, 76 passing yards. They were limited to 103 yards in this ball game as the Empire defense did a spectacular job in this ball game. Spokane, 99 rushing yards, 129 yards passing for 228 yards of total offense. But the Empire did a lot of things wrong in this ball game. The Empire lost the turnover battle 3-0. They lost the red zone battle in this ball game, and they barely won third down. And it's not very often you're going to win third down when you're 2 out of 9. So you can credit the defense for that. 228 yards to 103 in the ball game. Salt Lake City, 11 penalties for 135 yards. That just killed them. Spokane penalized 4 times in the ball game. Spokane 2 out of 9 on third down. Salt Lake City with just 1 of 9 on third down. Spokane 3 out of 5 on fourth down. Salt Lake City was 2 out of 3. And Salt Lake City 2 of 2 in the red zone. The Empire 3 out of 4 in this one. Individually for the Empire, Charles Dowdell, 4 carries, 56 yards and a touchdown. Muku Koloko officially 7 carries for 40 yards and a touchdown. Devin Brown 2 for 3 in the ball game. Charles Dowdell, not a great day for him. 19 out of 39 passing, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in this ball game. Brian Prey had 7 catches, 63 yards and 2 touchdowns. Prey passes Clinton Solomon into second all-time in receptions in his career in the IFL, trailing only Jason Terry now. He's already the all-time yardage leader career-wise in the IFL. Koloko credited with 6 catches for 33 yards. I had him with 2 catches for 10 and 11 rushes for 51. So officially he's at 7 rushes for 40 and 6 receiving for 33. I think if you add all that up, it would be about the same number. It's just that it was officially 4 of what I had as runs were given as passes in this ball game. Devin Brown, 4 catches, 27 yards. Sam Charles had 2 receptions for 30 yards in this ball game. Verlon Reed, 8 carries, 16 yards. Chris Robinson, 2 for 9, leading the rushing for Salt Lake City. Reed, 14 of 28 passing, 78 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Jawan Dotson, 8 catches, 51 yards, 3 touchdowns. Devin Mahina, 3 for 28, leading Salt Lake City in that category. Defensively in this one, let's get to those defensive stats here for the Empire in this one. 6.5 tackles for John Hardy Tuliau, 1.5 for loss in this ball game. Andrew Jackson, 5.5 tackles, 1 for loss. He should have had a pass broken up in this one. He was not credited with that. Nick Haig, 5.5 tackles, 1 for loss, a sack and a pass broken up. Pasquale Bacchiao had a pass broken up. Tyree Robinson, 2.5 tackles, 3 passes broken up. John Griggs had a sack in this one, but it was only given to him as a tackle for loss. I don't know about that, but at any rate, those are some of the defensive stats for Spokane. Jerome McElroy, 7 tackles, 1.5 for loss, 1.5 sacks in this one. Calhoun, 5.5 tackles, 3 interceptions and a pass broken up. And a sack for Benjamin Compton in this one as well. Salt Lake City had 3 sacks of Charles Dowdell in this ball game. All right, that's a look at our stats here for this one. Spokane 31, Salt Lake City 29. Back with the scoreboard after this timeout. This is Empire Football on 700 ESPN and 105.3 FM.
Napa knows. Tooling around the yard and a riding mower is